Let me get Jalen Green at number 4.
What?
I feel like the Houston Rockets are going to have a...
Over Kyrie Irving?
What?
Kyrie Irving is
I don't have Kyrie Irving.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I have really missing a lot of reels for us.
This is the clip for the day.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is HoopTalk, the podcast. This is episode 15. Once again, we appreciate y'all for joining us today. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share with all your friends and family, and leave a basketball in the comment section to let us know you tuned in. We're going to go ahead and get started with our topics for today. A lot of things happening in the basketball world, professional, overseas, local, all types of things. So
It's heating up.
the first thing I wanted to actually discuss is a couple players have actually started to getting cash out recently. There's been a few contract extensions that players have been signing, and I wanted to kind of go through those and see what you guys think, if anybody's getting overpaid, underpaid, or paid just enough. Off the top of my head, actually, let me not do it off the top of my head. I wrote it down for a reason. Let's start with your boy.
You're talking about John Stockton? This era's John Stockton?
The new age John Stockton, self-proclaimed apparently. TJ McConnell signed a 4-year, $45 million extension, so that's a little over $10 million a year, which is pretty good for him. What do you guys think? Overpaid, underpaid, or paid just right?
I think that's an under. I don't think he deserves like $20 million, but I think for TJ McConnell, that's low. I think he can get $18 million.
Easier.
$18 million a year?
Yeah. I don't think that's his market.
Remember the cap went up. It's 147 this year, 143.
Still, I don't think he's...
No, I don't think that's his market either. I think he stands in the 12 to 15 range.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but other than that, nah. Like I don't see him more than like...
I think it's possible, but I just don't. I think he's really good, but like I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, he is like a
piece.
Like just a piece, you know what I mean? He's not really like a...
And he's not even like a
necessity.
fundamental piece. He's not like a piece that works everywhere.
I want to give you guys
situational
an
piece.
idea. He's playing 20 minutes a game, shooting 55% from the field, 40% from 3, averaging 10 and 5 with only 20 minutes a game. He's done it for almost his entire career.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Respect.
No, I don't think he's bad. I guess in this era's climate, when it comes to financials, it makes sense. So I'm not opposed to it. I think he sits in the 15 million range. So I think he's underpaid, though. I think he got underpaid, which is good. He's doing what he got to do to help the team out. I think I didn't see you. You told me about the contract. So
let me ask you this: do you think he's worth 10% of the cap?
10%? Is that what it is?
It's just under.
10%.
Yeah.
It would. He got under 10%, but if he got 18 mil, it would be just over. It'd be like 11 or 12%.
No, I don't think he's over. Nah.
I do. Worth 10%.
I've never looked at it from a percentage perspective, so I would have to see what other players, what their percentage
Derek White is making, I think, 21% of the cap.
Yeah, Derek White's definitely getting paid correctly. Yeah, I think
sure.
Derek White is a far more impactful player than TJ McConnell.
Real quick though, like 10%.
Far more.
I agree.
10% though for a player of that energy and that caliber, and I guess you could say consistency wise when it comes to stats and being effective. I don't think that's bad at all. When you put it like that, Tyler.
Exactly.
He's not even a starter, though. We're talking about two of the starters are making, what,
He's a primary,
40, 50 million?
He's a rotational player, though.
No. Are you talking about Miles Turner?
I'm talking about Siakam and Halliburton.
I forgot how much Siakam.
We don't got to dwell on it too much, but they have to be making at least 25 to 30% of the cap.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Right? So, so now we're talking about other starters like Miles Turner, Benedict Mathurin, who's still on his rookie contract, so maybe he doesn't count. But
that's exactly what it is. They got a lot of guys on their rookie contracts. So
they got
and then Obi Toppin just got an extension as well. So that's
Jalen Smith is not making.
I think he should make less than Obi Toppin. How much is Obi Toppin making?
I think he's more impactful.
I think Obi Toppin got it right around 18 million actually.
He's way more impactful than Obi Toppin.
But I do absolutely think he's. I really do think he's worth more than Obi Toppin.
He is 100%.
No, I wouldn't say so. I think I think Obi Toppin fits their play style the most. I think McConnell brings a contrast that really helps them play better. Now, at the end of the day, I don't care. Like I'm not saying he's not good at all. I do like TJ McConnell, and I appreciate role players.
I think he deserves Obi Toppin's contract. The same thing.
What is Obi Toppin making?
460.
460. How
so
much?
4 years, 60 million. So it's around 15 million a year.
So
On
yeah,
average.
I can see that. Yeah, that's realistic.
That's
Obi
10%
Toppin's
right
actually
there.
younger though. He's
yeah, that's
way younger.
realistic.
Yeah.
If that's what 10% of the cap is, then yeah, I guess
A guard shooting 55% is crazy.
I've never looked at it from a
But it's also like his
percentage.
minutes, man. How many minutes is he averaging?
Only 20, and he's doing that. He's doing 10
So
to
if
5
you
in 20 minutes.
if you put more output into his minutes and then you put like more game planning, then
You can't though, because you got Tyrese, but he's a perfect person to replace Tyrese when he's out. Like when he's on the bench, I like that.
yeah.
Well, another player that also got paid a significant amount, Ivica Zubac, who's getting paid, 58.6 in 3 years, which is, I just did the math, $19.5 million a year. I think it's just right, if not a little underpaid, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I see him at 20. I'm surprised he didn't get 20 from the Clippers. I really thought that
Yeah, I see
he
him.
could have got more from them.
I mean, he's as close to 20 as you can get, I guess, without being at 20. But I think, I look at him as like a 20, 22, 23 type of guy.
Yeah.
Million per year. Just in this day and age,
For Zubac, that's not bad at all. I mean, he is like what they need, and every team has a player like him, and every team is playing that player as he should. He's a muscle guy. He gets rebounds. He sets good screens, and he runs the short roll pretty well. I think he's actually pretty good at that short roll when it comes to it. And he's a complimentary player. And a person like James Harden, with him on the same team, that pick and roll will be a decent one, at least something that he can work with. So at the end of the day, I mean, he's also not that old either. What is he, like 27, 28?
29.
20, young guy. So,
Yeah.
like, they can get a good 3 years out of him where he's still developing and helping, the team out in general. So, and he's also a great trade piece, too.
Exactly, bro. He's another Jakob Poeltl, realistically.
Yeah. I think he's better than
18
him.
million is an easy contract to sell. I'm surprised he didn't get more from the Clippers. I know that he has all the leverage in that situation.
They're still
get
trying
more.
to revamp. I don't think they just want to do a Kawhi, James Harden team. They still got some moves they're going to make.
Yeah, they're
this
probably
next
still
summer.
trying to leave room
yeah.
for possibilities. But
Yeah.
I think he got paid a good amount. I'd say he's just very slightly underpaid, very slightly, but not
Probably 1 or
like
2 million.
drastically. Yeah. And then the last person that I have here that signed an extension, the GOAT point guard himself, Stephen Curry, signed a 1-year extension. What is it? $62.6 million.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah. So
He's got Obi Toppin's contract in 1 year.
1
I
year.
think it's safe to say he is justly paid. I would say.
There's not an argument here for me.
I agree, but throughout his career, I don't think he's justly paid. Bro, this is going to bring his earnings
That's
up to
noted, though.
500 million.
That's noted. That's
Only 500
very
million.
noted that Curry was.
He's
noted.
played with
injuries.
a lot of high caliber players too. So like,
Yeah.
Well, the injuries also messed him
He
up.
kind of did the Tom Brady thing where
Yeah,
he
that's
took a little
true.
bit less to get the players. But real quick, I just wanted to highlight something about talking about his contract because we can go to segue into Braun, right? We got time for Braun. Braun's also in the same kind of year. It's a 1-year contract, and I don't know if you guys saw the breaking news. I know we were going to start sending each other things, but Curry is not opposed to playing with Braun next year.
I would,
Next year is going to be a very important year for the NBA.
bro. I would
LeBron,
wet myself.
LeBron and Curry.
That's the best I could put that. I would.
oh my
Start
goodness.
this. I'm going to start
That's
this
crazy.
train now, right now. I'm going to start this train going right now. LeBron and Curry to San Antonio.
What?
I doubt it.
That's not gonna happen.
Bro,
Big doubt.
bro, I'm telling you, they got all a bunch of rookie contracts. They can afford both of them. And on top of that, you have a player who would be perfect for the both of them.
But here's the thing: Pop has to want to trade for them.
Who doesn't want to play for Pop?
I don't really see what.
Pop has to want to trade for them. That's what
They're
I'm
not
saying.
going to be. No, they're going to be free agents. They're both going to be free agents next year.
They still got contracts that they have on the roster that they have to get
There's
rid of.
no like.
Yes.
There's no actual.
They'll make it
There's
happen.
no actual leverage for them to go to San Antonio though. Like there's no.
There is Victor Wembanyama.
I see it more likely that they go to
Best
Charlotte.
center next year.
A player like LeBron and a player like Curry, they're not going to bank the last years of their career on a young guy who
He won't be young by then. He'll be in his third season.
very young. He's 19. He's turning what
How
21
good
that
do you
year.
expect to be Wemby? Not this year.
It doesn't matter.
Good enough to where they don't need to do this move. That's what I'm saying. I think that they
This
continue
isn't
developing.
for the Spurs. This is for LeBron and Curry to get a champion. I just opened up the whole Pandora's box, but that's just.
I understand that LeBron and Curry would love to pursue a championship together. I'm sure that's what all the reports are saying. But there's no leverage for them to go to San Antonio. They could pursue a championship in so many different places.
10 seconds.
The Lakers could get the Curry on their team easier than they would get.
Bro, they can
on
go
the
back to
Spurs.
Cleveland.
10 seconds, real quick. Where's the preferred destination if LeBron and Curry were to play together? And then we can just leave this.
Los Angeles, without a shadow of a doubt.
Los Angeles or the Warriors. It's staying on one of those two teams.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the Warriors.
Number one option to me is Lakers. Number two option is the Warriors. Number three option is Cleveland.
Take any California.
Number four, I'm putting Charlotte up there. I
Let's be
genuinely
fair.
am.
You think they would go back to
I
South
don't think
Beach?
LeBron would go to Charlotte.
You think they go to South Beach?
No, I don't think so right now. I don't think that they have the leverage to make that happen. They got too many bad contracts that they'd have to move on from.
South Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Orlando it is.
LeBron and Curry have been a part of too many championship rosters. They know you can't just put guys together and win. It's not, especially not at that age. LeBron could do it in the past because of who he was, but at this age, you can't just jumble guys together.
I
and
just feel
win.
like the coach who has the most experience and the one that can actually handle them the best is Pop. That's just me, though.
I have a
That's
question
why
with
I
that,
brought
though.
up the Spurs.
I don't think LeBron wants somebody to handle him. I
He
think
loves
he wants.
Pop.
I think
That's
he
his
wants to
favorite
be able to
coach.
handle somebody.
But wait, let's entertain the idea that they go to the Spurs. Is Wemby, Braun, and Curry, 39-year-old LeBron, going to 40 by the time the playoffs come, 37-year-old Steph, is that enough to beat Boston?
I think Wemby alone by that time will be a different player.
I understand that Wemby's phenomenal, but one player doesn't just carry a team like that at that age. That's never happened.
Three players are not enough right now.
That's never happened. One
We'll
player.
see. They have all these rookie contracts. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying they have rookie contracts.
That's not all you're saying, though. You're also saying Wemby's enough to carry the load.
No, they have. Listen, hear me out. They got rookie contracts. They have great players that are coming up. I'm just saying. It wouldn't be crazy to see a third-year player.
It would be, though. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I see Wemby.
It would be.
And in his third year, I see Wemby as an MVP caliber player.
Is it possible?
I don't think
Absolutely,
so.
but I'm not going into it expecting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it can happen.
I opened up Pandora's box. Maybe that could have been Pluto's question of the day or whatever, out of bounds.
Being LeBron and Curry, there's no way their experience is gonna sit. They're gonna convince themselves we're gonna go help this kid win a championship.
Being so experienced, they also know we can't just go to a team that has a bunch of vets because injuries. They've been through it all.
You need vets.
been
They don't
through
have
it
to
all.
go through
You
a
need
bunch
vets
of
to win.
They don't
Where
have
do
to
you
go
go?
to a bunch of vets, though. I'm telling you, bro. I'll call it right now. If the reports come out, and this is my prediction, if the reports come out a year from now, 2 years from now, that Curry puts out the word, "I want to get out of here," he's going to the Lakers.
Well, he's be a free agent. He doesn't have to say anything.
He's going to the Lakers. Yeah, if he's a free agent, he has to tell.
Well,
I can't see Curry.
wait, that's
signing.
2 years from now, though.
I think I'm gonna have to side with the Warriors. LeBron going to Warriors versus Curry going to LA.
Do you guys
No.
think LeBron will be playing 3 seasons from now?
No, it would be next year.
No, I think he has.
Because
two-
that
I think he has
extension's not for this offseason, it's for the next.
I think he has 2 more.
No, they're both free. Like it's this year and then.
No, that extension's not
No,
for
that
this
You're
year.
extension-
right. That's 2 years.
His-
So Wemby will be a 4-year player.
But do you think LeBron will be playing 3 years from now? I don't think so.
I mean, it just all depends, man. It depends on his drive. I mean, it's LeBron. He says it every day. He
His
does
drive to what?
His drive has changed, though.
We can arguably say
He's talking about retiring now.
we can arguably say we've never seen a player more obsessed with basketball than probably Kobe and LeBron. I think that's a good.
Well, I mean, Jordan is pretty.
I mean,
But Jordan came out of retirement twice.
yeah, but
There's no player more
these
obsessed
guys
with basketball.
Never retired. These guys never retired. That's what I'm saying, and they have longer. careers
Jordan
than
retired for good reasons. They didn't have a reason to retire.
What was
Jordan
what was the
retired.
reason?
Jordan retired the first time because of what happened with his dad. Perfectly good reason to retire. And then the second time they
agree with that.
screwed
I
him
don't think
over.
so.
He didn't want
how many-
want that team to break up.
No,
Nobody.
yeah, Ryan
know
Sharp
many-
really did screw them over.
You know,
Yeah.
you know how many NBA players, superstars I've seen whose parents died, and the next game they dropped like 50. I'm not trying to be. That was dark.
I have a conspiracy
I'm not
theory
trying to
that
do
I'd like
that.
to go into one day. But I
That's
do
on
think
them.
there's
How he
more to
chooses
that.
to honor his dad is up to him. Who cares what other NBA players are
We
doing?
had to-
That doesn't make any sense.
We have to do conspiracy theories one day because I have a lot.
Yeah, I have plenty too. But yeah, I mean,
Pandora's box for
They-
sure.
I think Michael Jordan is just as obsessed with basketball as any of these other legends are in history. I mean, you look at all these players how long they
Would they
tried
be
to play.
would they be the top 3? Obviously, right? That's not a
Like,
debate.
look at Vince Carter. That man played until he was 55
I
years
put
old.
Kareem up there. I put Robert Parrish up there too.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of players that played for a really long
Karl
time.
Malone.
I you know what I'm viewing? I'm playing for a long
Karl Malone
time.
wasn't even just obsessed
and
with
at a really
basketball.
high level. I
He's
think
obsessed with kids too.
we can all say LeBron's played at the highest level.
But that has nothing to do with his
longest, right?
obsession. He's just really
That does
good.
have to do. You're literally spending your offseason $1 million on your body. We've never heard that from any other player.
Yeah, because he has it. You don't think other players would do it too if they had it?
They're millionaires. They should be able to do it.
But they don't need to.
Wait, what?
LeBron's the only player that's needed to do that. Like the modern medicine, the medicine that we have now, the technology that we have now, isn't the technology that was available back when Kobe was about to retire.
Well, I'm not even just. I mean, I guess we
exactly. And anybody before Kobe, they definitely didn't have access to this
people
stuff.
come back from ACL injuries like it's nothing now.
Bro, they come back from ACL injuries like a sprained ankle.
Bro,
You don't think if Larry Bird had these resources, he would have played 10 more years? Of course he would have.
Yeah, bro, he wouldn't be doing gravel in his mom's front yard.
It's all about availability. At the end of the day, we segue out of this. The point is, I don't think LeBron and Curry are going to sit down on a table at dinner and say, "Oh, let's go join Wemby." Like, it's not.
He hates that take.
I do. That's like to me, it's like it's something that you would hear from like Twitter or something. It's like.
No, I said I'm pushing it. I never said I heard it from anywhere. I'm pushing it. I like it. I like the fit. I like the players. I think he's like got that AD in him when it comes to being a good shot blocker and being a good post player as well. I don't know. I like it for LeBron. I like it for Curry, and I think they just have to coast it through. And really, now that when Tyler puts it in perspective, it'll be his fourth season. All right, third season, okay. He might not be an MVP caliber player, but his fourth season, Nas, he's arguably going to be a top 3
Bron
player.
is not waiting 4 years for Wemby, though.
It's not going to be 4. It'll be Wemby's 4th year.
It'll be 3 years. Sorry, 3 years.
Yeah, but it'll be his 4th year. I don't know. I could see it working if you want to win, and I know LeBron is willing to win, and I know Curry is too. I've never seen Curry win like LeBron.
There's plenty of situations where they can win. There's Stephen Curry and LeBron. Like, why would they risk it with a young guy with no type of experience whatsoever?
It's like kind of like playing into what Tyler's saying. It's kind of like still like, they're going to be older. They're going to want to be with that young blood.
Well, anyway, the extension is for the 26-27 season.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think LeBron's playing that.
Yeah, bro. LeBron would have to play the 27-28 season. That's not happening.
Yeah, but it's not unheard of that. So this is where I originally wanted to go with this, so we can segue into this topic now.
Yeah.
My thoughts on the Curry extension, which is how this all started in the first place. My thoughts on the Curry extension is because I believe, and I have no way of confirming, of course, I'm just a regular pedestrian.
Yeah.
But I truly believe he is securing the bag because he expects to get out of Golden State within the next 2 years at least. I think he's expecting to, and I think because of the fact that he's getting older and because of the fact that he has to make sure that this bag is secured, he signed this 1-year extension for the sake of, if I decide, if I wake up one day and say I can't do this anymore, this team's not doing what they got to do to help me win another championship or at least compete for another championship, I got to make sure my bag is secured. I got to make sure that, if I get old and my back goes out or my Achilles or whatever, I got the bag secured. If they're going to buy me out, they're going to buy me out for $68 million. You know what I mean? If they're going to trade me, then they're going to trade my $68 million contract somewhere else. But I think he is expecting to get out of there, and he's securing the bag to make sure wherever he goes, no matter how it ends up, his legacy financially is secured no matter what happens.
I think he stays on the Warriors. I think he retires.
Yeah, I think he rides it out. I mean,
I think he's considering it. I'm telling you, I think he's considering it.
I think you're right too, but I think realistically he just has to retire.
Where would Curry go?
Anywhere, literally.
He's
name a team.
I'm not gonna just name a team because he's got pretty much a whole offense that's built.
A winning team, I mean, of course.
Yeah, of course, but it's the fit. His whole offense is fit around.
Clippers would actually be good with him.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
If Curry were to leave the Warriors, he's not leaving to be the best player on that team anymore. If he decides to leave, he's going to go for a team like the Celtics, for example. I'm not saying that specific team,
Minnesota?
but I'm saying teams that are winning. Maybe Minnesota, if they're in a position to do that. I don't think he would go to Minnesota, but maybe he pursues Charlotte if 2 years from now they've elevated themselves to something better. I think he goes somewhere to be the second, possibly even third best player on a team. As a veteran that can knock down shots. I mean, I'm not going to go out here trying to average 26 anymore, but I can give you all a solid 20. You know what I mean? I can still shoot 45% from three.
Maybe pick it up in the assist category, kind of.
Yeah, so I think he's going to go somewhere. If he were to go somewhere, he goes somewhere that he can be, still impactful, still great. I think he pursues it like Shaq, kind of. I think going to Miami, where I know I'm not the best player on this team anymore, but I can help the best player on this team win a championship. You know what I mean? I think that's how he goes about it. I was trying to think of other examples, but Shaq was the only example that come to mind. But that type of scenario is what I picture for.
Even a Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that type of scenario is what I picture for.
It's just who he would fit with for me. I could see it happening, but who would he fit with?
He fits on every single
Curry fits
team.
every system in basketball.
There is not a single team that would not have
He's a
the best
shooter.
off-ball shooter in the world.
He's a knockdown shooter. Curry is not a selfish player. Like, he just plays. He plays in the system.
He's one of the few guards that set screens.
What team are you putting Curry on that they're instant, like, all right, take away the Lakers, take away the big names, right? Take away the Lakers.
But that's the teams he would go to. Why would we not take away?
I want to know how effective he's.
If you add him to the Heat and they keep Jimmy Butler, they keep Tyler Hero and Bam, I think that they're title contenders.
You know what's funny?
We're talking about right now or like 2 years from now?
I'm saying right now.
I'd say the Nuggets would be the best.
We're talking about right now. Yeah, he fits perfectly. We can't take away the big names. That's where he's going to go. He wants to win.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to rebuild. He doesn't want to be a veteran voice. He wants to win.
What about the Nuggets?
Yeah, he'd be perfect on the Nuggets. He'd be better on the Nuggets than Jamal Murray is.
That's why I threw it out there. I think that would be the best fit.
The Nuggets is his best destination.
He has an upgraded version of Draymond.
I think the Nuggets would be great for him.
The Philly would be good for him with Embiid.
The Celtics
give Embiid all the space.
The Celtics would be great. You're going to have to get off of one of Derek White or Drew Holiday, which I think Curry would opt to ask for Derek White to get out of there.
But on the Pacers, he'd be good with off ball with Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, I don't know if I could picture him wanting to go to the Pacers, but yeah, he'd fit there too. They chuck up a lot of threes.
Caitlin Clark just got a triple double, guys. Just heads up.
Second career.
But yeah, I think he fits. I mean, shoot, damn near anywhere. I don't think there's a team where he doesn't fit. Honestly,
the Warriors right now.
you know who thinks he fits everywhere though? Who? Colin Sexton. That has to be the segue. That's the segue of the year. Colin Sexton mentioned that he thinks he's a top 10 point guard in the NBA. I can tell you, Sexton, right now, you did not make our list last week.
I weren't even consideration. I have a better question. Is Colin Sexton the top 10 in his draft class?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Now that this is over, let's pull it up. Y'all talk while I pull this up.
We did the 2018 draft class.
He was like drafted.
Yeah, we did the 2018 redraft.
He was drafted like 15th or something like that.
We had him 15.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Did we really?
Yeah.
I was right.
Oh man, let's pull up that draft class
in
right
his
now.
Draft class, is he top 10 point guard? Because it's Luka, Shea, Trey, Jalen, Anthony Simons, if you consider him.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if you guys remember off the top of your head. You know that highlight of Colin Sexton where he's guarding the guy, and he's like locking up, and he it's like I think it's like a Pro Am game or something. Yeah. You remember that highlight, bro? I know that guy. The guy he's guarding, he's from Palm Bay. Sean Willett, yeah.
Wow.
Did you lock him up?
Huh? Yeah, he strapped him up for sure.
I mean, Colin Sexton is a dog. I think he's great. He's just not top 10.
This whole time, I'm surprised I never mentioned that to you guys. But yeah, that guy that's in that highlight, that's the guy I know from Palm Bay.
He's great, bro. He's great. He's just not a top 10 point guard.
I'm not gonna lie. Averaging 18 is crazy though in the NBA.
He's also a good defender, and he's a good shooter too. Just not top 10.
Damn, this is the draft class he was in.
Yeah,
this is the first one that
Where he got drafted?
We drafted him at 15.
He was 8. Okay.
Kevin Knox was trash.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he's definitely not top 10.
No,
that's
he's
for
not.
damn sure.
Bro,
he's better than the first 2 picks though.
I don't think he's better than Aiden.
No, I don't think he's better than Aiden.
I think Aiden,
and I think very lowly of Aiden.
Yeah, I think Aiden is actually he's not good for a first round pick, but he'd easily go in the top 10 in this draft.
I don't think negatively of Sexton though. I'm not really trying to bash him or anything. I'm just saying, top 10 point guards is outrageous. Yeah. But I do think he had a great season though. We're looking at 19 points per game, 5 assists. We got 49% from the field, 39% from 3. Yeah, these are good numbers.
He's also never averaged less than like 10 points a year. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, bro. He showed us on Cleveland he can average 24.
No, he's definitely good. I think Colin Sexton is the ideal 6 man. He just has to find the right team to be the 6 man on.
He's another Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Jordan Clarkson, but unfortunately for him, he's playing on a team that also includes Jordan Clarkson.
He's got the clip. He's got the basketball clip of the summer though.
It's a bit of a clashing there. What's the basketball clip of the summer?
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh yeah, bro. He had a nasty
move. Yeah.
Nasty move.
Was that change or a run?
That was with Chris Brickley, I think.
Yeah,
run.
Oh yeah, I have been seeing that recently.
Yeah, bro, that was nice.
Smooth. He's got some.
I didn't realize it was him at first.
Yeah, he's a great scorer, bro. He's a great scorer.
Oh yeah. He's my MVP.
Well, shout out to Sexton. You're kind of making a case for yourself being like, probably one of the best
You're
bench
so
players in the
big
NBA.
if you think you're top 10, though.
I love the confidence. Yeah, I love the confidence for sure.
He's
But
not in that at
he's
all.
not top 10. He is great though. Like
Top 15?
Point guards, yeah.
point guards.
Yeah.
Shoot, I have to look.
Is he the
Yeah, I
top
don't
point
think
guard
he's
on
top
his
15.
team? Do
I
you think
don't
he's better than
think so.
Keontae George?
Keontae George. I don't know him like that, to be honest. I know
He's
he
got
had a
like
good
a-
season. I don't know him like that. I don't really.
His game
defender.
reminds me of DeJounte Murray's a little bit.
Sexton?
No. Keontae, because
George,
Keontae
yeah.
is a great defender.
I can see that.
He reminds me of like
Much better.
From
Yeah.
what I've heard, I personally don't know him too well,
Yeah.
but from what I've heard,
he's smaller than Murray though, right? He's like what 6'2", 6'3"?
I think 6'4".
Oh, they're the same height then. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not far off.
Yeah. Well, DeJounte Murray's like 6'5".
Yeah.
It's fucking huge.
But on some other news, we got a young up-and-coming stud. Unfortunately, is going to miss out some time. Let me pull this up here on my end. What is this? Gigi Jackson is actually going to miss potentially 3 months of basketball.
Wow,
I think he just recently had surgery on a broke
Broke his leg back
something
in
in his leg
August. And
in
then,
Summer League, right?
no, it was in Dallas. He wasn't even playing basketball.
It wasn't the Summer
officially.
League?
No, it was August 27th.
What did he do? How did he break it?
Oh, really? Damn. That sucks.
It was something off the court. I'll look up
August
specifically.
27th. That was a couple days ago.
Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy.
Damn, it must have been a really
I
bad
don't think he
break.
went through the surgery yet. He's going to go through surgery.
Yeah, I think he's going to go. Yeah, you might be right.
So it was a bad break then.
No, he did have the surgery. My bad. But yeah.
Yeah, that's tough for the Grizzlies because he was a great piece. Honestly, I would have opted. I don't know how you guys feel, but I would have opted to start him at the 3.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah. Or Desmond,
Bro.
either one.
I think
No,
that
Desmond will be the 2 for sure.
I think Desmond would play the 3 better than him, but I don't want to get in an argument about that.
Bro, Desmond has T-Rex arms.
He's like
Desmond has a
6'5".
smaller set of
Yeah,
arms
he's
than
got
I do,
super
I
short
think.
arms.
Yeah, he's just stronger than him.
There's too much length at those.
But you need.
But
you
Gigi
need
Jackson's
length.
like 6'9". He's like huge.
He's
6'9".
6'9"?
Yes.
Yeah, he moves.
Bro, he plays like a
Bro, he
dude.
plays like Paul George, like in the way that he moves.
No,
Oh
he's
my
tough.
god.
He's tough.
Yeah, let's look up his.
It's 6'9".
Yeah, he's 6'9",
Jesus.
215. Yeah, he's big.
They don't talk about how tall he is.
All the injuries on that team really helped them because they showed you all the good pieces that they have.
He's
Like
one of the-
he's one of them.
He's one of the youngest players in the NBA too. I
Yeah.
think he's turning 20 this year, so he's
Wow.
he's going into the season
This
still
upside's
19 years old.
Yeah, bro.
Stupid.
He was 19 years old the whole last season, and he's going. Actually, he started the season 18.
Exactly.
He was 18
he
years
was
old.
one of the
when he-
youngest people to ever be drafted after the rule change.
So how much is he missing? 3 months of the beginning of the
At
season?
minimum,
Yeah,
3
3
months.
Damn, what kind of break was it? I'm so
It was
Is
a
it
bone
3
break in
months
his
starting
legs.
now?
No, yeah, 3 months of the season they expected.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
that's
man.
not just-
bad break.
That
yo.
sucks.
Bro, but he injured himself in Texas playing basketball, like nothing official. That's the worst part. I feel for him.
Yeah, that sucks. But you know,
gotta
you got to
be
get
bad,
it in,
bro.
man. You got to put in that work regardless.
And he did. I mean, he was going to live too hard,
Spoken
probably.
like the true owner you are.
No, you do. You know, you got to put it in. You got to get it in whenever you can.
Do you think the Grizzlies are cursed?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
Do you think the grind era was like they sacrificed their future seasons for the grind?
Oh, that's probably the worst deal they've ever made in their life.
I agree. Like, they didn't win,
They didn't do anything.
but I do think that's what happened.
They went to the conference
man.
finals 1 year. They had a defensive player of the year that wasn't even
Sky's
all
leg.
defensive first team. That was the worst trade off I've ever seen.
They had the worst shooter
This
ever.
is
I
actually
think.
a more serious injury than I thought it would. It's
It's bad.
No, it's not his leg. It's his foot.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah.
That's he has the same. Well, I got the same break on this foot. I don't know if you guys remember when KD was out for like 2 years on the Oklahoma. He had his broken fifth metacarpal.
I don't think KD was ever out for 2 years.
He was out for 2 years. We had the same broken foot, and he got the surgery wrong, and then they had.
If he was out for 2 years, he
Oh,
would have
he
had
out
to
for
miss
2
a whole
years.
season.
I'm telling you,
He
look it
can't-
up.
If
only
he
missed one.
missed 2 years, he would have had to miss an entire
He
season.
only
He's
missed,
never-
he only missed the
He's
2020
never missed
season.
an entire season of basketball.
He
in
missed.
OKC.
He missed a whole season. OKC.
That's okay. Well, we have the screen right here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Continue your story though, so we don't.
Well,
have to-
anyways, he
Unnecessary dead end.
broke the same. He broke the same bone that KD did, and that's the fifth metacarpal. And that bone is the hardest bone for you to heal. You literally cannot do anything. KD, he broke it, I think, a season before, and then he got surgery, and he did not chill out, and he just kept playing, and he had to get surgery on it all over again.
Wait, are you talking about
Yeah,
him
the
on Golden
minimal-
State?
the minimum
Nope,
amount,
him on OKC.
the minimal amount of games he played was 27, so he never missed the whole
So-
season with OKC.
It was damn near the whole season. Sorry, sir. He had.
Wait, you said 2
He said
years.
2 years.
Okay, so hold on.
He would have had to miss games one season after or before as well. 2 years?
Yeah, he missed the end of that 2016 season. He had that broken foot. He came back after the surgery in the beginning of the year, and then he left for the rest of the year to heal the injury. So it was the.
So he barely missed any time. If you're talking about 2016.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. 2 years. I apologize. He was gone the whole summer, and then he was gone. He came back for a little bit, and then left the rest of the year because it didn't heal right.
It was probably this year, though, not
No,
2016. Because
It was that year they got injured.
2016, that he got hurt that summer or that playoff run. One of the two happened.
He got injured in the 2014-15 season.
He had to.
That's what
If
the
the,
injury
if the injury is as serious as you're saying, then it had to have been this year.
He missed. There was a series, a 2016 series. It was just him and Russell, right?
That's the one. That season is the one where it was only
Isn't that
Westbrook in
this-
the playoffs.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
That 2016 one.
14, 15.
What did you say? Say that again?
You're looking down one, look up where it's highlighted
I'm
right
trying to figure out when he got into because he got into the season with a foot surgery, and then he left. I mean, it's better off to
all
look
this
up.
is semantics. Let's not get too into the
Regardless, the same bone that he broke that kept him out for damn near the whole year is the same bone that Gigi broke. So if it doesn't heal right, if it just doesn't even heal right, he could end up missing the rest of the season because they might have to
And
do
it's a team
surgery.
that's already plagued with injuries, so that's really unfortunate.
That's all I'm saying. It's a very bad, breaking your pinky bone, that bone right there.
Jaw has a brain injury.
Yeah,
Can't forget that.
And on
I just caught what you said.
Me too.
That's crazy.
Just the kind of big guys have foot issues. That's why I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, especially big guys that are skinnier.
Yep.
It impacts them.
Yep. Chet broke his foot too.
I mean, LeBron broke it, but
I don't think LeBron had anything to do with that foot breaking.
I blame him for a lot of things.
That's what Chet said, isn't it?
Yeah, he really did.
He blamed
Well,
LeBron.
he tried to take a charge from LeBron in the Drew League.
I don't know why anybody at any league would try to take a charge from that, man.
I'm not even looking at LeBron from on the court. You got it. I'm not stepping onto you.
cap.
But you getting every single basket. I'm frail.
All
Well, that's it for NBA. Now let's move on to the WNBA. We have a lot going on in women's basketball as well.
We're just
starting
speaking
off,
about the Heat.
starting off with Asia Wilson, who has been balling out lately. Asia Wilson has multiple 40-point games. Let's actually pull up her stats right now while we have a chance.
While you do this, I'm going to tell you something. There's 2 players of the month. I'll tell you one of them. It's Caitlin Clark. Who do you think the other one is?
Asia
I would assume Asia Wilson.
It's not.
Who is it?
Nafisa Collier, who's
Oh, really?
also been balling out this month.
Well,
Also, just a heads up, it doesn't work the same way.
very strange. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
If you go to click on the per game on the left side, it doesn't actually go to the individual games. It goes to the team. On the left side, you click the year.
Oh, that's not how I usually do it. I was just going to look at her last 5 games. So, the last 5 games, Asia Wilson has scored 20, 42, 26, 41, and 30. So, she's averaging got to be over 30 points per game in the last 5 games. She did have a unfortunately horrendous game, but she made up for it by making a game winner, which was actually 5 games ago when she played the Chicago Sky?
Yeah.
Chicago Sky. She shot 8 for 28, which is by no means a good game, but she made up for it with the game winner. So
31.8 last 5.
31.8 points per game her last 5 games. So she's been balling out. She has 2 40-point games in that mix. She just got off Olympic MVP, Olympic gold medal, so she's definitely having herself one hell of a summer.
The Aces have not been playing well, though, even though this is happening. And I know in the last 5, they won a lot of those games. But Chicago Sky, Atlanta Dream, Dallas, and then Chicago again, none of those teams are in the playoffs.
Yeah, they should not have kept this game close at all versus Dallas. And Chicago is also not
They
a very
lost
good
to
team
Dallas,
either.
bro.
Those are both. Well, the Chicago game, the second one was a 19-point win, so they definitely. And the game against Phoenix was also a 20-point win. So
Yeah, they just, I don't know, that team, I think they're kind of older, and age is finally getting to them. Chelsea Gray, it's killing her. So Asia just has to carry a lot.
you know who else is balling out as usual, and what'd you say?
Is it CC?
Of course, the other the other player of the month,
and also Rookie of the Month, Caitlin Clark.
3 out of 4 times.
She just had her matchup against Angel Reese recently. And it was very underwhelming. Not gonna lie, Angel Reese had a double-double, but it wasn't a phenomenal game by her.
Bro, wait.
Caitlin, however,
Before we get into Caitlin, let me tell you how underwhelming it was. They kept her in at the end of the game, down 20, to ensure that she could get the what is it called? To get the double-double. They did it to ensure that she got it.
Wow.
They lost.
Who? Angel Reese?
Angel Reese. It was sickening. It's some shit that you see Russell Westbrook do when he was on the Wizards.
Is this the game they played today? No, it's not.
No, it's not even on there. She had a triple-double today. It's not even on there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, she's balling. And she's winning.
It usually updates the next day. But yeah, they just played against Chicago. She had a really good game. 31 points, 12 assists, 3 turnovers, which is a pretty decent assist to turnover ratio right there.
It's amazing, actually, for a rookie point guard.
Yeah, she's doing phenomenal. I mean, she's averaging 34% from 3, which is about average. Maybe a little
above
average.
32 is about the average.
Really?
42% from the field should be pretty realistic in WNBA standards, but she's averaging almost 19 points per game, 8 assists, so she's definitely balling out. Angel Reese, on the other hand.
Before you go into it, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, they've only lost 1 game since they came back from the Olympics on the 17th.
5-1 or something like that.
No, bro, they're like 8-1 now.
Wow.
They've been balling. She figured it out.
Follows
trash.
Angel Reese in that matchup had 11 rebounds and 10 points. She shot 4 for 9, which is, not a lot, but decent field goal percentage.
That does not tell the story, though, because I'm telling you, before the last 5 minutes of the game, when Indiana took all their starters out, she had 7 points still, and she had 9 rebounds. And they kept them in just to ensure that she got the triple-double. It's sickening. Or double-double. Sickening.
Yeah, that is. They're going to do whatever it takes to keep these streaks going and to make sure that they, make history and bring the numbers in, because that's all that matters.
Bro, majority of her shots are within 5 feet of the rim, and she's shooting 38%.
But despite her playing like absolute trash, shout out to Angel Reese. She just broke the single season record for rebounds in one season, and she's a rookie, which is a huge accomplishment for her. So, we do talk a lot of trash about Angel Reese, but there's no denying.
Yeah, we do.
I definitely do.
think we talk trash about Angel Reese.
Because
I think
offensively,
every
she
time
is
we've
trash.
ever mentioned her, we have specifically mentioned how bad she is.
Well, I mean, we see what's going on. It's like we've all watched basketball
So
for a
you're
long
agreeing.
time. I'm not saying it's trash. It's just diabolical.
I think that's worse.
It's borderline blasphemous. Honestly, she's maybe start going back to church.
I'd rather be described as trash than diabolical. To be honest.
It's just stat padding's never even Russell Westbrook getting that triple double. We all know he's stat padding.
Bro, it's not even just stat padding. She can't even hit a layup.
I don't think she's stat padding, because stat padding is more on purpose. I think she legitimately cannot make layups.
That's sad.
And the rest of the people around her just are not good at rebounding.
And she couldn't guard Asia.
I will say
she's not guarding Asia.
She's not a good defender, but bro, she's a fucking elite defender. It doesn't matter if there's 4 other players from the other team around her. 9 out of 10 times, I trust her to get the rebound.
Really?
Yeah. I hate her offensively. It's the grossest thing I've ever seen. It's like watching, Chris Dunn play offense, but when it comes to rebounding, bro, she got that. She's might be better than Rodman, starting off.
Wow.
Yeah, starting off, I see it for sure. And this is how she's going to start off. And she's going to end up breaking a hell of a rebounding record. She might.
It's a good picture.
It is actually a pretty nice picture.
Chirac Barbie.
She might end up at this rate. She could get rebounds to the point where what?
Caitlin Clark's nickname.
What's her nickname?
Ponytail Pete. I've never heard that before. Caitlin Clark's nickname is Ponytail Pete. That's outrageous.
That's the first I heard.
They need to drop those announcers ASAP. Get Mike Green to do something.
I'm only referring to her as that from now on.
What's Mike Green doing during the summer?
That's crazy.
He can go hit a couple bangs in the NBA for free.
You could do it with her because she does it so much.
Yeah, he gotta go call a Caitlin Clark game. What do you
He
think?
should.
It would be nice for him to do that.
He should. Caitlin Clark is also about to make history too, though. She's actually just broke the single season record for, I believe, assist by a rookie.
Wow.
And she is on pace to break the single season record for assist in general.
She's
So
leading the league right now. in assists.
she's leading the league in assists right now. I'm actually going to pull up her numbers real quick. So the record itself, I have it written down, is 316. So the record in the season is 316. Can you look up how many assists she just had?
Yeah. Well, she had 10 this game.
She had 10. Yeah, she had 10. And
assisted
then
Caitlin Clark
her
up.
totals right now, and this is not including today's game, is 276. So that means she's at 286 right now, giving her 30 more assists per game. And let me do this math real
5
quick.
games left.
30 more assists per game. She has 6 more games left because she's played 34 today, and they have 40 games total. So she has 6 more games to get to 30. So she has to average, I just looked it up a couple days ago. She has to average 30 divided by 6, 5 assists per game to get to that mark. And on a regular basis, she averages 8. So
In
I
the
think
last 5
she's-
games, she only had 1 game with 5.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she's going to break that record very easily.
That's awesome. That's
If
awesome.
she continues to get these double-digit assists, she's going to break it before she even makes it to game number 4, number 5.
If they end up going to the second round of the women NBA playoffs,
Which I think they will. Because I
That's
think
gonna
they're going to
be-
upset someone.
I think that's going to be the biggest story of this sports history.
She deserves consideration for MVP. Legitimate
Bro, she's
consideration.
top 5 in MVP right now.
She should be like, she literally brought the worst team
Yeah,
the last
literally. They
3 or 4
they
years.
got
8
the number one
years.
pick.
They haven't made the playoffs since 2016.
That should be notarized, like very, very like it. I mean, I think it's the fact that we give Caitlyn all this gusto. So when you're like continuously, it's like LeBron effect when you keep saying the same thing over and over.
She's living up to the expectations like LeBron did. I'm not saying she's a LeBron caliber player, but like
No, not of
she
course,
had
but
those type of expectations.
She probably had more
to
hype than
transform her-
LeBron did. If you think about it with social media and TV and
Things are
college
different.
games, she was probably more famous than LeBron was before he went into high school.
No.
Oh,
famous.
before he went into high school.
No, before he went to the NBA, I think you could say that she.
No, he had nationally televised games in
She
high school,
had
bro.
nationally televised games in
in
college.
college, of course.
But a lot of
There's
college
people
games.
do.
Yeah, but like the whole.
Don't do it. To yourself.
The whole college women NBA was about Caitlyn and Angel Reese this year, just like it is now.
And
just
basketball overall and the entire planet was about LeBron James and when he's coming to the NBA.
of course, I'm
Bro,
a LeBron fanatic. I'm just
Here's
saying.
what we're talking about drafting him his junior year.
All right, her Zion.
I could
Her
argue-
Zion coming in.
That's a better comparison.
That would
I'll
be
give it to
very
Caitlyn.
good.
Yeah.
No, I'll give it to Caitlyn.
That would be a really good.
hype-wise, right?
Yeah, but I think comparison-wise,
Sure.
I think that's closer.
I think that
No,
would
I
be.
think Caitlyn got it.
Yeah, I think she got it, but
Yeah, it's
is it,
closer.
is
Yeah,
it
it's
that
closer.
monumental? I don't think so. Bro, look at her 2-point percentage.
I think what
56%.
would be a really good segment that we should go into. Players who came to the NBA with the most hype. I think that would be a really good segment.
We do that. Why don't you do that for your game next week? You do it off a ranker.
Okay, we'll do that. But yeah, I think she's up there with the guys pound for pound as like players that we're waiting to watch at a professional level.
Oh, God, yeah. Her, Paige, Juju.
If she's not top 4,
Kiki.
it's crazy to me.
What? Is that an actual person?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's not. I thought
Played
you were
at
kidding.
Stanford with Cam.
Can we say she's like top 3 like most anticipated players?
I apologize, Kiki. I really did not know. He just sounded like he was joking. I really.
But
Off the
Kiki,
top of my
we
head-
do love you.
I don't know if she's the top 3 or
Top 3 what?
most anticipated players ever, but she's definitely in the top 10.
No, I don't think so. I think we're underestimating.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We're underestimating the hype of Blake Griffin. He was something special.
Victor.
John Wall, Victor Wembanyama. These are all.
I think her
Here,
hype was bigger than Victor's. I think Victor.
No, sir. No,
Victor
sir.
was the
We've
Victor was
been
talking about
watching
since his
Victor since he
sophomore
was
year.
5 years old. Like, no.
Are
There's
you,
no
you guys
way.
been watching Victor?
LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball.
I haven't been
that's a
watching.
big-
I've been hearing about him forever. Like,
Really?
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
been one of the players. We just didn't realize how good he was because of the level of basketball he was playing.
Luca.
Yeah, Luka was.
There's
super
actually
hyped.
a lot.
Luka was not hyped up like you guys think.
I think
Luka
Caitlyn
was.
had more hype than Luka, though. I think Caitlyn.
Yeah.
I think there was a
But
lot
I
of
think he
people.
could be in
No, but
consideration.
Luka wasn't even a number 1 pick, so like,
Yeah, I
that's-
was about to say Trey got picked over
But
here.
that's-
your
That's
hype has to
stupidity.
be big enough to where your number 1 pick, no matter what.
Yeah, flat out.
But I think
Flat
the
out.
consensus by the media, by the fans, by everyone is he should have been number 1.
But that
No.
means his hype isn't
That
big
wasn't the
enough to
consensus.
propel him to the
I think
number
his
1.
hype was though.
No, it was not. It was not.
Fired
But
that
you,
year for
but you
not
can't say
talking.
that though, because it wasn't. It didn't get him there. That's what I'm saying. The hype has to get you there. Like, it has to. If it doesn't get you,
Trey had more hype than him coming into that.
Not to mention,
Yes, he did.
Not to mention, he wasn't just not the number 1 pick. He was a number 4 pick, technically speaking.
Trey had way more hype than him.
Was that what it was?
Trey was being called Steph Curry reborn.
Yeah, but Luka was more hyped.
No, Trey was not. No, Trey was not hyped up to this level of hype that we're talking about right now.
It was a top
I don't
three.
think Luka was there either.
It was
though.
Marvin Bagley,
No, I don't think
Aiden,
Luka
and
was there
Luka. Those were the only three that
Marvin
were.
Bagley had the
Oh, and
biggest.
Mo Bamba. He had a song that summer. Can't forget. Mo.
He was hyped, but it wasn't because like he was about to be the best player in the league coming up.
He literally had
I'm
a rap
just talking
song
about hype.
of the summer. That's his name.
I think you can't make the list unless your hype propelled you to number 1. Like it
has to be number one.
You had to
But
be
you
number 1.
can figure that out if you want to do that game next
I
week.
think I will. That'd be a really good thing. It's crazy now that we're ending their season damn near. It's just like, bro, everything that we said, everything that the media said, it was true. And everything that the haters said, that she's going to slow down, it's going to wear her out. She's playing better.
You know
towards
who's
the
sick
end of
right
this
now?
year.
I think she.
Lisa Leslie.
Carter.
Diana Taurasi.
Oh, super
Diana
sick.
Taurasi is sick. Sick to her stomach.
You know who's really sick? You just said it. Cheryl Swoops. Bro, that is a
man.
certified hater.
Yeah, she
Bro,
is.
He
They
said
removed-
Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, Lisa Leslie.
Oh, I thought you should Cheryl Swoops.
She's trying to get them to win like co-rookie of the years, and I don't think they should even be. They should not be.
Cheryl Swoops got removed from the game, Indiana versus the Sky, because of how bad she's been talking about her.
Really?
She won't even say her name anymore when she's commentating. She does not say her name.
Yo, I love this. I love this for her.
Bro, it's like these WNBA legends are just like being weird about it. And I understand being upset, but like, bro, you guys are going a little far.
I think her composure is not talked about enough.
It's jealousy, man. That's all it is at the end of the day.
I'm not gonna lie.
If she gets the WNBA on the map and people talk about it more, they also talk about the legends more. That's what people don't understand.
What kills me is if this was anybody else, I think they would have snapped by now. And her composure, her head on the swivel. I honestly, bro,
I'm not gonna lie though.
it's awesome.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like I'm not trying to be this guy, but like behind the scenes, we don't actually know.
We don't. But what we get
in front of the cameras, I don't think we're ever gonna see somebody snap.
You
know
could
what I mean?
see her snap though against the
we've
Sky.
seen it though.
Against
We've
the
seen
Sky.
How many
that game?
players that were like really like?
Against the Sky, she had 4 flagrant fouls on her, and by the end of it, she was pissed off. She got up, she ran away from someone.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even high five them or anyone.
When I'm thinking snap, I'm thinking like a mental breakdown type of thing. Like this is too much for me
When
to
I'm
handle.
thinking
Like,
snap, I'm thinking getting kicked out the game. Draymond.
Oh, I don't see her doing that.
oh no,
Ever.
players don't be doing
No,
that.
but she's had every right to like punch someone. Not saying that we do not, consent to physical violence or
No,
domestic
I condone
violence.
violence, man.
Oh man,
Stand
we
your
are.
I
ground.
believe in violence, actually.
Shut down. YouTube is
10 toes,
shutting this
10
shit
toes
down.
down.
Have fun with the YouTube podcast, guys. But to be honest
I
with
got
you,
jumped to the parking lot.
to be honest with you, kind of like anybody else, like would have been in a physical altercation. You get what I'm saying? Like, NBA players, they will physically fight each other. I just feel like,
That's
she's
debatable.
held. No, I mean, or you get punched.
Draymond will physically fight somebody. I think that's where the list stops.
No, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of players.
Jamal will absolutely fight someone.
yes.
When he was playing?
But it
He's
hasn't
not here
happened,
now.
so that's what I'm saying. So like,
Because people know.
Yeah, there's some people that you just don't mess with. But
Isaiah
regardless,
Stewart.
my point to all this is just,
oh yeah, he definitely tried to kill LeBron.
literally.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. keep
But
going.
just to kind of just put this all and wind this down, man. It's just been awesome. I'm happy for next season because next season is going to be crazy for them. And on top of that, just how they finish this season now is so important. Regardless of the fact, I'm kind of going into a soliloquy, but regardless of the fact, I just really, really appreciate what she's doing for women's basketball, and I think other people need to start believing her as being like the GOAT of their sport, or potentially could be the best player to ever play.
My thing is, and that's the last thing I'll say, unless you guys have more. But the
No,
last
I'm
thing
done.
I'll say about the topic is like, people do believe in her. Like, I don't actually think there's a lot of people in this world who do not believe Caitlin Clark is amazing.
Yeah.
I think there's haters within the league that believe she's amazing and are upset at the fact that she's amazing. So I
And they're
think,
just clouded by hate.
yeah, I think everybody fully is aware of who this player is and who she's going to be. I don't think there's an actual world where somebody's going to sit here and say she's not that good. I think she's proven to you that she is that good, that she is better than that good, and that she can literally lead a franchise. You know what I mean? And hopefully this team works out. But all I'm saying is competitiveness is great, but like the hate has to stop. You know what I mean? Like
It does.
if you want to compete with somebody, man, go get some buckets. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
go lock her up. That's competition. You know what I mean? But all these She just had a flagrant foul against her in that Chicago game. Like 2, I think.
4.
Oh, you said 4, right? 4.
Bro.
So it's like, man,
They
he
don't get
gotta
kicked
stop.
out of 2?
No, there was 4 different people.
4 different people, yeah.
That's a rough game, though. But, like, literally, like, that's a game where, like, you're holding down Agent Reese or you're holding down Caitlin.
Right.
You want it's a stars game, and you want your star to shine. In any other class, any other year, Angel Reese would have been a stud. That's the problem here.
Any other year without CC, if Cam Brink doesn't get injured, she's the second best.
I think she's better
Or
than
Rakia Jackson.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
But I think this is arguably, I'm not going to say first because I think Candace Parker is the best rookie season, but I think this is the second best rookie season.
I know. I saw Candace Parker, and I'm seeing her, and I just think Caitlin's different, bro.
No, bro. Candace
Just
Parker
with
won
the
MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in a rookie season.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
take that all the way back. Sorry, Candace.
She didn't win Defensive Player of the Year, but she was like top 3.
No, she won MVP.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. She's a dog, bro. She's a dog.
And then she started freeing people and got married.
Maya Moore.
Oh,
You think Maya Moore.
I would never in the NBA.
Oh goodness! I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Then
Yeah.
our last week's episode, we had our top 10 ranking of point guards for next season. So the players that we believe are going to be the best at the point guard position next year. This week we're going to go with shooting guards. We're going to see who are going to be the best shooting guards of the 2024-25 season. This time we're going to do it slightly differently. We are all going to provide our ranking in our own personal orders. Then we will debate with each other who is the rightful spot.
So listen to what we did last week.
So real quick, just to
Well,
kind of.
somebody didn't have a list.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I had a list.
He did have a list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just didn't have the
Nas is
picks
hating.
list.
I got
Yeah,
you.
the Olympics team list. But real quick, I just want to just shout it out. This, yeah. It wasn't a redraft. It was the Olympics. The Olympic team.
It was a
We're gonna have
redraft,
two
too.
Oh, damn. So I didn't have 2 lists. Anyway, I'm getting my list right, and I was a little late because I was doing my list. But I wanted to say something about this list. This list was very hard to make. One, because shooting guard is such a lucrative position in the NBA now, like a true shooting guard. And I could say that, like, speak for all of us while saying, like, we did have to take our time. We actually had a meeting about this yesterday, and we were arguing in the meeting about who's a shooting guard, who's not a shooting guard. So, keep in mind when we name the players we're naming people who, when we look at them, their natural position anywhere else would be a
I'm not
shooting
doing that,
guard.
though. I'm doing what they're going to be playing next season.
I changed my mind after that meeting. I am going based off what
What's
they're
the
going to play
point of
next
these
season.
meetings?
Well, no. In that meeting, I had always said, regardless of who you guys pick, even the group chat, I'm doing because it doesn't make sense to rank them based off of what they are if they're not playing that.
Gotcha.
So I'm ranking it on what they're going to play.
Yeah, we never decided that we were going to decide the same way of making our list. So
No, I never said it was the
ended
same
up-
way.
Yeah, so I ended up going with based on what I believe their primary position is going to be next season. I took this season into consideration, but some players will be in different scenarios, which is going to go towards one of my players here now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think that you're wrong for doing it that way, though, at all.
Yeah, so either way, we're going to debate. We're going to see where we stand. Let's do this in a snake draft order. I'll go first, I'll go second, and Pluto goes last. Next time, Pluto goes first, blah, 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 blah. My first pick, or not pick, but
My first round pick in the NBA draft.
who I believe is going to be the number 1 point guard, shooting guard for the 2024-25 season is going to be Anthony Edwards.
Is this unanimous?
No, for me, I got Booker.
I got Anthony.
I got Book. I think I keep telling you, I think Book. This is not to say Anthony Edwards is bad. I think they're right next to each other, but I genuinely do believe Book is going for an MVP season next year. Book just had the highest stock raiser ever in the Olympics. Everyone spoke highly to him. We saw that he can actually play defense very, very well. He's developing his playmaking skills every year. I think the Suns want to come back from what happened against the Timberwolves last year. Kind of create a name for themselves as this team that is actually good. They do have a 3-headed monster, and I think Book leads that to a top 3 MVP voting season.
I think they're interchangeable, but I think after the playoffs, Anthony Edwards understands that he has to do more in the regular season for them to succeed. I think in the regular season, he played well. He played great for his standards, right? We got to consider that we're talking about
25
a star.
points.
Yeah, we're talking about a star. We're not talking about a role player. So for us, the standards of a star, he played well, right? I think he realized well is not good enough. He has to be a dog. He has to be the unstoppable guy. I think we're going to see a season where he's going to really go for 28, 29 points per game with the real possibility of getting to 30 to 31 points per game this year. I think with his impact on the defensive end, even if it goes down slightly, he's still going to be a dog on defense.
Yeah.
He's going to be considered a two-way star. I think that's something Booker won't have. I don't really think
He could be an
Booker's gonna
MVP
develop into a defender.
considerations as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be considered a defender. Even if his defense is more noticeable this year, I just don't think it's going to propel him to be a better defender than Edwards.
That's never been his thing.
No, I think where Booker wins is the playmaking skills. I think that's where he beats him. So
I think with
Ant could be a better defender.
I think with
Booker's gonna be
Tyus
a better
Jones now,
passer.
we see Booker's playmaking a lot less. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So I think they're relatively interchangeable. I just think Edwards is in a better position to have a better season than him. So that's why I'm going Edwards.
You give him a slight lead.
Yeah, I give him a slightly lead because of I think he's in a better position to do better. If that makes sense.
My thing is just the jump. I think Devin Booker's already made his jump. I think this what you're talking about with the Olympics this year, this was just more of like a personification of how hard of a worker he is. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about talent, when we're talking about team, when we're talking about the whole package, even also having the NBA in his hand, like I just think Anthony Edwards is the shooting guard, the premier shooting guard of this league. He has everything a shooting guard would want. He has, no homo, the smile. He has the charisma. He really is. Think about it. Like the best.
We're talking about rank.
Yeah, I know.
You bring
I know.
up the smile.
I'm bringing up the whole package. No, I'm bringing up the whole package.
I know.
His hype since
How many smiles per game you think he's going to average?
At
this
least
season?
6.
I can't stand y'all. But what I'm saying is, he's Kobe-esque. He's Michael Jordan-esque. He's a true shooting guard. I feel like next year we're going to see him become.
I think Booker's Kobe-esque, though.
I don't think Booker has that it factor, and that has nothing to do with basketball right now. What I'm talking about, I'm going to get to the basketball side of things. It has nothing to do with
Considering
basketball.
we're ranking basketball.
Yeah, we are.
maybe you should
And now
start
to
with
the
that
basketball
first.
side of things. I just think his jump is a lot bigger than Booker's. I think Booker doesn't really have much that he can add to his game, but we all can sit here and say Anthony needs to be a better ball handler and possibly even a better passer. But when it comes to and closer at times too, like not just
That's
games,
why I think Booker has him. I
series.
think he's a better closer. He's a better passer.
No, I agree with you. I just feel like the jump that Anthony Edwards needs to make and that he will make this year versus Devin Booker's is two different kind of jumps.
Yeah, I don't expect Booker to make a jump.
But
I expect him to continue his improvement.
I think that's where I fall in with Nas is
I think
saying.
Devin Booker will have the Curry effect, where it's like because of Kevin Durant being here, we're just going to look like it's a 1A, 1B situation, which is going to make Booker look lesser of a player, even though he's not. For a casual fan, he will look lesser of a player, even though he's still going to be the phenomenal Booker that we all know. Because I love Devin Booker. I think he's spectacular.
Anthony Edwards is the brightest star on his team.
Yeah, I just think he has the better opportunity. I don't know if Booker will look any different. I think he's just going to look the same Booker, and Anthony Edwards will look like a better Ant, which in turn will just make him the better player at shooting guard.
I just don't see. I understand what you guys are saying. I don't see Ant averaging more than 27 and 7. That's where it comes down to for me. Where I pick Booker.
Assists? How many assists he averaged this year?
I think 4.
No, it's a rebound,
Shoot
7
out.
and 7. When I'm thinking about
I
Anthony
was
Edwards,
thinking like 7.
No, but I'm saying Booker is 27 and 7.
Oh,
type
okay,
of
I see
guy.
what you mean.
Yeah. So Anthony Edwards was a 26, 5 and 5.
Yeah, I definitely see Anthony Edwards averaging more than 27.
he has
per game.
a likelier. He's younger, man. He's got a likelier chance of just. having
Booker's
a
only
bigger
27.
And Booker's not averaging 7. That's the thing. He's not going to average 7. He can average 27, but he's not going to average 7. He has a point guard that's
He
going
has a
to
true
get some
ball
assists.
handler. Yeah.
Now him and KD are going to be put in a position where it's time to score.
I
to get
unfortunately
buckets.
Not
think,
even
I
for
think
the
that Tyus
assists.
Jones comes off the bench.
I don't think it's
No, I
even
don't
for
think
the
so.
assists. It's just for the ball handling and game management.
Not because I don't think it's a good decision. I want Tyus to start, but I think because of how much money they have in Beal and everything, they're going to start him. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, I guess we're
Even
going to
though
see
he's
how
on my
that
list.
goes, but I guess from a vote perspective, the Hoop Talk podcast is going to decide Anthony Edwards is going to be the best shooting guard for next season.
So we know who number 2 is.
And then at number 2, I think we could all agree at this point, then Booker is the next available player.
D-Book.
I think we're all there. So Devin Booker is our number 2. Number 3, we'll start with you, Orlando. Who do you got at number 3?
I fucking lost my phone. Give me a second. Go, Tyler.
All right, Tyler, you pick your number 3 then.
Donovan Mitchell.
I also have Donovan Mitchell. I really would be shocked if this is not a consensus here.
Because I think after this
It's
is where it
not.
kind
I
of
got a
switches
different
up.
third one. I'm the wrench.
You have Kyrie?
No, I'm trying to find one.
You have someone other than Kyrie?
You lost your phone? Oh, I'm about to say.
I have another phone. I don't know where my other one went, but it's fine. That's why I have two phones now. Give me one
That's
second.
why you have two phones now?
Bro, I have two phones because
Because
we're
you
gonna,
lose
we're gonna
one?
get personal on the pod.
You
No,
would
that's
be
okay.
sitting on it.
Let's just find your list and let's move on. Like,
No, I'm not.
Bro, are you good? What the heck? How'd you do
Just
this?
disappear. Bro,
It can't fit through the couch.
Houdini.
well, do you have your
Anyways,
list on there?
Yes, I do. That's why I have two
That's
phones.
all that matters.
I have a backup for my backup. Give me 1 second. This one has a button. Alrighty.
I don't know how he did. I don't know where it could have went.
Bro, literally just vanished.
There's no
Yeah,
way-
Jalen Brown's my third.
Oh, I get it. I understand what you mean.
I understand, but he's not a shooting guard right now. So,
To you guys, right?
In the next season, he's a forward for me.
and this season and the season before, he has been a forward. So yeah.
So we're just gonna. I mean, you guys, HoopTalk was gonna talk regardless, but
Yeah, we the agreed upon list is Mitchell, but you still have your own take. Yeah, you got your own take, and I don't disagree with it because if Brown was a shooting guard, I do think him and Mitchell.
I have him below Mitchell.
I think him and Mitchell would be right there because I do think what Brown brings defensively
I think they're
is very
interchangeable.
important. Yeah,
and he can score. Not. Let me not.
Mitchell's a better scorer.
I just don't have Brown as a shooting guard. I don't even think he was meant to be drafted as a shooting guard. I do think that he was.
Yeah, I think
always a
small forward is the right position for him, but he did play a lot of shooting guard. But yeah, we have, or at least me and Tyler have him not as a shooting guard, so he is not on our list. That's just my opinion. He's played the majority of his minutes, and I mean a vast majority of his minutes at shooting guard.
Majority of his
Actually,
career.
I'm gonna pull it up because I actually believe before we move on to the next one, I don't want to say it, but and then be wrong. So let me see if this is
Shout out
accurate.
Ponytail Pete.
Ponytail Pete, that's crazy.
can't
I'm
wait
gonna
till
look
I
it
drop
up. Let me see if I was wrong.
Play by play.
Under the couch.
If I'm remembering wrong.
60. Yeah, bro. 52% of his career has been small forward.
Oh yeah, I was wrong. But yeah, 58%, 60. Yeah. For some reason, I thought they had him with a lot of more at power forward. But yeah, so the Hoop Talk podcast vote is going to go to Donovan Mitchell as the third best shooting guard for the 2024-25 season. Now, Orlando, you can go with your fourth player here.
Mitchell, but we already picked Mitchell, right?
No, isn't it your turn? We just synced up. He just went.
Yeah, no, it's I go.
I thought you went because he.
Oh,
took his
yeah.
phone, yeah.
Mine was Mitchell, so I mean.
So who's your next now? Mitchell can't be it. So who's the next person?
Also, I just bring one up.
Oh, no, he gives his take.
Well, I picked Mitchell just because I feel like Mitchell has a.
But Mitchell's already been chosen, so he can't argue that Mitchell's
Yeah, I
the next
can't.
one.
Yeah,
'cause
I
it's
thought
already been
we
chosen.
said we're all going to give our individual lists, and then we'll come to a unanimous list afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I can always tell
We will, but once the players already gets picked, now the next player has to be the one that would be
So
his
I mean,
next best player.
This is for four, right? I mean, we're not. You guys are not putting Jalen Brown on this list. You already decided that.
Yeah, we can't just go through this every single time.
No, we're not. We're not gonna do it. Let me get Jalen Green at number 4.
What?
I feel like the Houston Rockets are gonna have a
Over Kyrie Irving?
What?
Kyrie Irving is a shooter.
I don't have Kyrie.
Oh
Irving on
my
this.
God! Yeah,
I am really gonna make a lot of reels for us.
this is the clip for the day. This is gonna be the clip for the day.
But there's a lot of people I would not put.
I
Jalen
want you
Green
to
over.
understand, and maybe he's on your list. He is not on my list.
He's number 12 for me.
He's on my list. I think he's gonna have a big year this next year.
I think he's having
you
a
guys
fantastic
are
year.
really downgrading the ending of his last year. I think he ended the last year very, very good.
Since the All-Star break,
and the year
bro.
before that, also.
He always does. After
it
the
every
All-Star
time.
break, he almost
It was different
his
this
production.
year. It was different. It was different.
No. I promise you.
It was the same.
No. I'm not saying the production was different. I'm saying on the court action was different. He looked like a different player towards the end of the year.
Just like last year.
Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
weird with him. I'm telling you, Jalen
like
Green
last year.
does this thing where once the All-Star break hits, he just transforms completely. He turns into an All-Star.
Doesn't the NBA in general just change? It gets more physical. Everything changes.
But it works for him, which you wouldn't think it would, but it does. But he's even his after All-Star break is not enough for me to put him in the top 5.
I'm not predicting that he's going to do that because the correct prediction would be historical. And historically, he starts bad and finishes good, and that's overall a bad season.
My reason for this take is because I have
Average.
high hopes for the Rockets. I just hope y'all know that.
I do too.
This is why
too.
This is more of a power ranking of he has to be this good for them to be that good. So, I mean, this is my prediction for a prediction.
I agree. He has to be. But what do you actually think he'll be?
It just depends. It just depends. I don't know. We'll see. If he starts the season off with the ground running, then,
That's your choice. You think Jalen Green is going to be the 4th best shooting guard next year?
I think he has potential to do it, yes.
Jesus Christ. All right, Tyler?
Let's do it. Clip me up.
Kyrie.
I also have Kyrie, so I think we can unanimously decide.
Or bumped off now.
Majority-wise. So the majority vote says Kyrie Irving is going to be the 4th best shooting guard. Yes, for those of you in the comments, we understand who Kyrie Irving is. But look it up. He's been a shooting guard for the past 2 years. And I actually looked it up. He actually was not a shooting guard on the Nets. He was not listed as a shooting guard for almost no minutes at all.
No, look it up. Look it up again. Even Kyrie himself said that James Harden was a point guard.
Yeah, but that was because of play style.
But that's because of play style, not because of the actual positions that they're placing him in. That's what I was trying to explain to y'all in regards to positions.
This man's a punch in the desk over here.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all.
This is why we have to show up here on time, because he beats us.
No, he beats the shit out of us.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, play style doesn't always dictate your position. You can be a shooting guard who is the primary playmaker. That's just what the team wants you to do. But, like, did they make you the shooting guard in the rotation? That's different.
He averaged over 40%, I'm pretty sure.
On the Mavs, yes.
No, on the Nets, too, no?
I think his last season is what I saw. So, you see? Last season with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, you're right.
99% of his minutes were at point guard.
Regardless of the last 2 seasons, and what I think going into the next season, it'd be a 2.
So we understand that Kyrie Irving is historically a point guard, but we all know that, teams put players in different positions based on what they believe is going to help them succeed.
He's like an Allen Iverson.
At the end of the day.
He's a 2 by necessity, not because of...
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. He's a shooting guard by necessity, not because that's his natural position.
Bro even played small forward this year. When they ran that three-guard lineup. I hate that.
So we're not saying by any means that Kyrie Irving is a shooting guard by nature. That's not what we're trying to say. So for those of you who are going to try and flame us in the comments, just to make sure you guys understand. So then I'm going to go for my number 5. While you guys do that. My number 5 pick for the 5th best shooting guard in the NBA next year, I actually have Michael Bridges.
Ooh. I don't think Bridges is going to be a 3. I think he's going to be a 3.
There would be no reason to put him at the 3.
Steve Vincenzo.
They have also OG Anunoby and Julius Randle. There's no way they don't start. There's no way you can convince me they don't start. There's no way you can convince me they're not going to start. There's no way.
Yeah, but I think OG is a 2 to me.
No, OG Anunoby's not a 2. OG Anunoby?
Yes, bro. He's drafted as a 2.
We're gonna look at it on the screen. We all gonna look at this. Don't be cheating over there. We all gonna look at this together. He was drafted as a 2.
I do want to see what I'm looking at.
Dwayne
might be
Wade
right.
was drafted as a 1.
I'm not gonna say that I'm. Damn, I didn't. I'm gonna switch on my list then, because I think you are right. I didn't think of it that way.
He has to play a shooting guard. Like there's no way he doesn't.
No, I'm gonna switch on my list actually.
On the Knicks, he did not see a single second as a shooting guard.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about it. You are right, because he's gotten bigger than he ever
did play
has
a lot of shooting guard this season.
Against the Raptors.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, you're right though. I am gonna put Michael Bridges as a shooting guard.
So that is also
and he is
your
also
choice
my
at
5th.
5?
Yeah, that.
Who
honestly,
is your 5th? Now that Jaylen Brown.
Do I have him over?
Remember, we have already decided Jaylen Brown is not on our list.
I know.
I'm trying to think if I got him over Kyrie.
My 5th, it would have to be,
Nah.
I don't have Bridges on my list.
Kyrie Irving is just too impactful, just overall.
I think who has to have a good season next year. And it's kind of funny because
I don't like that wording. What do you mean? Who's the 5th best? What do you mean?
Beal.
I have Beal on my list.
I don't think that's crazy, but
I have Beal on my list.
He has to be the 5th best shooting guard for them to have a good season. Again, the way I'm predicting
is he going to be a 5th best shooting guard minutes?
The way I predicted this is players that need to step up to have a great season for next year for their team, power-wise. So I just feel like the Suns are a really good team.
How much more can Bradley Beal step
weird
up?
Way of ranking players.
Isn't that weird? That's why all my lists have came back kind of like players that need to play good or who need to be a great player.
Every player in the NBA
I want to break this down for you really quick.
They're going to be out of a job.
Bradley Beal being, a better player makes them
where do you think Bradley Beal can improve at over last season? So I'm going to give you some numbers.
I know he was
51% from field.
Yeah.
43% from 3.
Yeah.
He averaged 18 and 5. Do you think he gets more shots than what he got this year?
He has to get up more shots.
How?
No, he doesn't. He just needs a different role. He needs less shots.
He needs to come off the bench.
I don't see any way he averages more than 14 shots.
How many shots did he average this year?
14.
Yeah, he's not shooting.
There's
more
no
than
way he's
14
shooting more
times
than
this year.
14.
He can't.
It's going to be hard for him to
It's
score
not
more
good for
points if
basketball.
he doesn't.
I
don't think he's gonna score more.
I have Bradley Beal on my list because as an overall player, I believe he's going to play great.
If he's not a scorer, then what is Bradley?
He's actually not a bad defender, and also people don't recognize this. He's a very, very good ball handler and passer.
You're saying he's not a scorer?
No, I
saying if you
would
guys
say defender. I would say he's not a bad defender.
A
Wait,
scorer
how did that
to
come
me-
up? What do you mean?
What I'm saying
What
is,
does he
if you
do?
guys don't view him as an elite scorer anymore,
I never said that.
He's an elite scorer. He just isn't. There's
he
better.
not?
There's more elite scorers on the
Well, he
team.
averaged 30 points per game 3 seasons in a row. Of course he is.
He just shot 51%.
no, I'm not. I'm saying right now, is he an elite scorer?
He will always be an elite scorer. His volume is just down. Your ability to score doesn't change. It's just how often
that
you
team
are
just
now
has
chasing your shots.
His volume affects his effectuation.
But no, the issue is
in
that
the game.
team has a leader of scorers.
Your ability to score will never change as long as you are healthy or at least relatively healthy. Your volume may change, but at the end of the day, I can get a bucket whenever I
He's
choose
a
to get a
volume
bucket.
scorer, so he has to get up shots. to
He is
get
Bradley
better,
Beal is more than just a
effectual.
volume scorer, though. He is borderline a 3-and-D player.
That's
He
all
is
we
a
really
very good
got
passer.
from him, though, when he was on the Wizards. Not to cut you off, though.
Yeah.
That's all we really got from him on the
We
Wizards.
had to from necessity, but when John Wall was there, he did play that way.
Nah,
He played as
Bradley Beal was a primary playmaker on that team for multiple years, and John Wall
I
was
think he
out.
averaged 8 assists
Of
one year.
course, he was a scorer. Like Bradley Beal does a lot more. My point is, I have him on my list. I just don't think he's that high. But you know,
Yeah, so I'm at 5.
that's you, I guess. So
There's no way I could see with the team like makeup as it is, and adding in Tyus Jones shots now as well, that he averages more than 14 shots a game. I don't think that's possible.
How many shots does a team usually average in a game?
I think less than 100.
yeah, less than 100
Definitely less
shots
than
per game,
100.
I think.
I think it's like 50.
I'll tell you what Phoenix averaged because they're the lowest three-point shooting team in the league.
His nickname.
I know his real name is Ogwagwa.
Wow.
I can't pull it up. Why can't I pull it up?
Sorry for the random
Which is very interesting.
dead air, but I can pull it up here. That's what I
Field goals attempted, they were shooting 86 field goals a game.
dang it, I almost had it.
Gotcha.
I had to make sure I got there quicker. But do you think, based off of them averaging 86 field goals, you know Devin Booker's going to average close to 20. I'd much rather have Kevin Durant score
Is he on
way
your list
more
at
often.
all?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What do y'all have him, like 10 or?
Later, yeah.
I have him at 8.
Only because of he is in a lesser role now. I think he's still great, but we're not going to see him be great as much.
I just think he
Actually,
just
9.
needs
10.
to. I don't know what it is really. I can't put my hand on it. Maybe it might be what Nas says. So he can get more shots up. He might have to go with that second unit so he can get his shots up. That's all I'm saying. I think he might not even come off the bench. I just think he might have.
I don't think he is.
No.
Unfortunately.
I think he might have times where he is running with the second unit and he's their main person.
Yeah, I think if any
But
coach,
they did that this
I
year.
think if any coach in that training room or in that practice gym tells Bradley Beal he has to shoot more, he's gonna get fired. That's the problem.
Fire me then.
He cannot take more shots. It's not conducive to winning. If
There's
he,
two people on that
Yeah.
team that are much better with the ball.
Yeah,
I'd
like-
much rather have them shooting.
he has to take less shots and he has to play in a role. He has to pick his shots better. That's what's going to help them. I have him on my list at the end of the day because regardless of the volume that he gets, he's going to be better than a lot of shooting guards in this league.
For sure.
Very similar to like an Austin Reeves. Regardless of the volume and the role that he is still a phenomenal player. And I think he's better than Austin Reeves, for example. So that's my perspective. But regardless, we have voted that the Hoop Talk podcast is going to predict Michael Bridges as the 5th best shooting guard.
Sadly, I keep taking these L's.
Now we're going on to number 6. Who's going next for the first one?
Orlando, you just went, right?
I think it's
No,
you, right?
No, it's my turn. I'm going to go number 6, Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
I have him pretty low on my list. I have number 6, Desmond Bain.
Is Tyler Hero lower than Desmond Bain?
I do.
Just, it's going to be CJ for me.
I mean, CJ is next for me.
Yeah.
But I have Tyler Hero here. I think overall, in his limited role that he plays, he has
He's
shown
a
more
starter.
production than anybody below him on this
He's a
list.
starter.
I mean, oftentimes he's playing with the second unit, though. But
Yeah, but
that's
this
his
year
role
they were
usually.
hurt, so he had a lot of starting minutes.
No,
this
no,
year.
he started almost every single game, but his role is he plays with the second unit. He doesn't play with the starters as much.
Got you.
He does start though.
Let me look at something. Let me see.
I do think that Tyler Hero. I think he averaged 22 points a game this year. I could definitely be off, so let's
19.
double check. 19?
Yeah.
Tyler Hero averaged 19.
Maybe 20.
I'm gonna double check that.
So my thought process while you check that is, when Desmond Bane was asked to play a better role, he was a phenomenal player. With G.G. Jackson now injured, who was a player who had the opportunity of getting shots up and had the opportunity of having a big role, now that opportunity is gone off the table, which means Bane is right back to the we need you to do more.
But also,
So-
John Morant's here, so he's shooting
But
slightly
with John
less.
Morant there, he's still averaging 21 points per game. So I think
Yeah, but 21 is the same thing that Tyler Hero did.
Tyler Hero averaged 21 this year.
Yeah, 21.
I thought
Around
he
it up
averaged
to 21. No, that's what I'm saying. He had a great season. He shot 39% from three.
So I mean, I think Desmond Bane could put these numbers up just like Desmond Bane to me is 22 points per game easily. We're looking at a guy who's averaging 38% from the field. He's a 41% 3-point shooter for his career. He's 46% from the field. I don't know. I think Desmond Bane is a better player overall. I think Tyler Hero is great. I had Tyler Hero at 10 on my list.
I don't think Tyler Hero is that much further than Desmond Bane, but I don't think it's crazy to have Desmond Bane over him.
I'm also predicting opportunity. Now, I'm going to switch, though. I'm going to switch Tyler Hero to 9 and Bradley Beal to 10. We'll get to that when we get to that. But I just think I'm looking at opportunity. I believe Desmond Bane has the bigger opportunity to go out there and produce. I think Tyler Hero is going to stay in the same realm. I think this is the player that he's going to be.
Yeah,
I
Hero's
just
not on my
don't.
list.
I don't think he's
On
going
your
to
list
be
at
anything
all?
special.
Hero's not even on my list.
Yeah, let's actually get to that. You haven't even given yours. Who's your sixth
I
player?
did.
did.
I said CJ.
Oh, you did say CJ. You're right. You're right.
But the thing is, I'm gonna have to go by default because my next player is Bane, and I do think Bane's gonna have.
Bane is my next after Hero, though, so I'm not opposed to this. I think Hero, Bane, and then my next pick are interchangeable.
My next two picks after number 6 are really based off opportunity. Like, I know they're not the better player this season that just finished, but I think we should stay open-minded. But we'll get there.
Gotcha.
So I'll accept Bane. I will accept Bane here.
I'll take Bane too.
All right, Bane it is. Desmond Bane is
I'm
on
fighting for
prediction.
Hero for the next one, though. I'm letting you guys know.
Okay.
I am willing to take Hero here as well, but I still want to plead my case with who I originally had.
I don't want to fuck shit up.
Our number 6 best shooting guard prediction is going to be Desmond Bane. That is who we believe will be the number 6 best shooting guard next year. For number 7, I think I go first here.
No, he goes.
Number 7, I got CJ. I'm just gonna go CJ again because I really do.
I took CJ McCollum off my list. I'm not even gonna lie.
CJ was gonna be my 8th.
So you got Tyler Hero now.
I got Hero.
I'm looking at opportunity here. All right, so let's stay open-minded. I understand that this season that just passed, it is very obvious that this player is not ready to be considered better than some of these other guys. I understand that, fellas. Let's be open-minded. We're looking at brand new opportunity to succeed, brand new lineup that they had towards the end of the season, but now they have a whole training camp.
Spit it out.
I genuinely believe that the 7th best shooting guard in the league is going to be Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller plays 3 for them primarily.
I think he's going to be a shooting guard.
I don't
I think it's going to be a lineup of LaMelo.
The worst lineup that they had this season was when he played the 3. Like,
That's a
genuinely,
bold
statistically, the
the
worst.
worst, so then why would they put him at the 3 again?
Or 2. Sorry, at the 2. I'm sorry, at the 2. He's
Well, that's super random. Why do you even know that off the top of your head? But either way, my point is,
show you.
based on
looked
opportunity.
it up.
Listen, again, I get it. Past is the past. I'm looking at what their opportunity is going forward. I believe the lineup that is ideal for them, or at least how they're going to start, and hopefully it works out. I could be wrong, man. That's the whole point of this. I could be wrong. I think it's going to be LaMelo, Miller, what's his face, the wife beater, Grant Williams,
Why do you even have him
and
at
Mark,
3?
and
He's
Mark
played
Williams.
more minutes at 4.
Because of my prediction for next year. I think he's going to be there too. Bridges, Grant, and Mark Williams. I think that's going to be their starting lineup. He's going to be their 2 guard.
Bridges. I don't think Grant starts.
I think they're going to start him. I genuinely believe they're going to start him. He's a good fit for LaMelo. Like I said, after a training camp of basketball, after understanding who fits where, like after a trash team trying to figure it out after a trade deadline, they're not going to figure that out.
Do you think Grant's quick enough to guard threes?
That's the one
Two.
position he guards.
Grant. I'm saying
Grant,
Grant.
twos. I have him at 2. I have Michael.
Grant. I'm asking Grant. I'm not.
He's not bringing up
I'm
Miller.
asking. I'm not talking about Miller. You said Grant's going to be the 3. Do you think he's
I
quick
said
enough?
Grant's going to be the 4. I don't think he's going to be guarding.
Oh, I don't
threes.
think Michael Bridges is quick enough to guard 3s. I don't. I think they'd be
Miles.
smoking. Oh yeah, my bad. To that. I don't think Miles is quick enough. There's no way.
That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Okay.
If
I agree to disagree.
if we're gonna take him off the list, is that the consensus? We don't think he's a shooting guard
Who?
because
Bro, he's only
I
put
think
9%
Brandon
at the
Miller's a shooting guard. I do think Brandon Miller's a shooting guard.
this year.
He got drafted as a shooting guard.
You're
For
left
the-
as a 3.
For the sake of argument here, I can accept Tyler Hero. I am willing to accept Tyler.
But
Hero.
I think Brandon Miller on my small forward.
Yeah, I
list.
don't accept your choice. Whoever that was, I don't accept it.
CJ or CJ?
No, CJ McCollum's not even on my list.
Wow.
I do have CJ next. To be fair.
Okay.
No, I don't have CJ McCollum.
So what are we saying?
Mine, what you just said.
Hero.
Yeah, Hero.
And then CJ McCollum.
I just-
What number is this? Number 7?
7.
So our 7th best shooting guard for next year is going to be Tyler Hero. Do I go first now? Finally,
No, now it goes back to him.
And you
he
know
just went first
Oh, that
again.
goes back to me.
And when am I going to go first?
Let him go.
What the hell?
No more snake draft.
You're not even
Yeah, I think
lying.
the snake draft got confusing because I went when I wasn't supposed to.
Okay, so why would you go again?
Because
You can
you
go.
guys
Go ahead.
made me go.
Who's your number 8? I do want to
You go
hear it.
ahead, you go
No, I
ahead.
want to hear it. Go
You
ahead.
go ahead.
It's CJ. You
It's
said
my
it already.
pleasure.
Oh, you said TJ. You're right.
I haven't said anything. Go ahead.
Again,
Tyler,
I'm
I'll
looking
pay
at
you $3
opportunity.
for that water bottle.
Again, I'm looking at opportunity.
Put it in
You don't
over
even
there.
focus, man. I'm looking at opportunity here. I'm looking at what their opportunity is coming up. And my personal opinion, with the newfound opportunity, his team is going to be horrendous. He's going to put up every single shot he could possibly fathom. I genuinely believe Cam Thomas is going to be the 8th best shooting guard.
I've
because he's
convinced
gonna
you,
put up the
bro.
numbers.
I convinced you.
No, yeah, you did. Because he's going to put up the numbers. Do I think he's a great player? I actually don't. I think he's a...
Actually, no.
No,
I think he's a good player, though.
I do not. I put him in the same boat as Jordan Poole. I think they are idiots. I think they don't understand. They
I
do
think
not
he's
under-
smarter than Jordan Poole.
Cam Thomas does not understand how to play basketball to win. He just understands how to play basketball to get off. That's it.
KD said that he was a winner. I don't believe
Bro,
KD.
KD says so many things. Like, what the fuck? No, KD has a burner.
KD's never spoke highly of Jordan Poole.
Okay, and of course, nobody should. That's not my point.
Pluto does.
What?
Speak
They
highly of
weren't even
Jordan
on the
Poole.
same team, so
love
who
Jordan.
cares? Either way,
KD
Jordan
and
Poole-
Cam Thomas are on the same team.
KD and Jordan Poole, man. But either way, I think from a production wise, I think as a player I don't like him, but I think production wise he's going to produce numbers. He's going to average over 25 points per game. I think I can predict that. He's going to put up a solid efficiency. I don't know if he's going to be like a 50 and 40 guy, but he's going to be like a 45 and 38 type of guy for the most part. He could put up 40. He could. I don't see it. But I think production is going to be there. When you break down his game, you know, as an analytical basketball fan, it's going to look terrible. But I think when you look at the numbers and when you just look at how he's performing against all these other shooting guards, he's going to go off.
Especially with Ben Simmons feeding him. I do think Cam Thomas will have a great season. I just don't have him at number 8. My number 8, I have CJ McCollum. And I know I told you I didn't have him.
I know. Yeah, let's carry on. What's your number 8?
You know who it is.
CJ.
So you just waded your way out into this, huh?
No, I mean, you told me last week you pushed one down. So if Shaw's not here, then Shaw's going to be there. Well, CJ was not second.
And that's
so
why I had to
you're
put
eight.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander number 4.
Stop.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I'm never going to forget that.
All right, so then I guess we are going to vote that CJ McCollum is going to be the 8th best shooting guard of next season. I mean,
And I think he's playing shooting guard because they got Murray.
This is.
Well, I think it's going to be a point guard.
Real dicey right here.
I mean, at this
This
point,
is simple to me. And it's your turn.
I'm going with Reeves.
Jesus Christ.
I have Reeves on my list at 11, but not here. Here I got Devin Vassell.
Okay.
Oh my God, what are we doing?
Who you got?
What are we doing?
Who do you have?
Golly. Well, I mean, realistically speaking, I would have Miller and Thomas, but since you guys clearly aren't trying to put them on there, there's nothing you can say to convince me that Cam Thomas isn't going to have a better season than Devin Vassell and whoever the fuck he just
You
said.
don't think he's having a
losing
better
team.
season than Devin Vassell?
I think Cam
Devin
Thomas
Vassell's
will
a
have a better
legitimately
season.
good defender at
Of
the
course, he's a good defender, but he's
Bro-
not going to put up numbers that are going to
Bro
astound
averaged
anybody.
19 points on 47% shooting already.
And Cam Thomas averaged 23 points.
But the difference is Devin Vassell's actually a defender. He can actually defend. He doesn't just play on one side of the ball.
Okay,
for
we
me.
got Kyrie up here too.
But Kyrie
he
is
don't play
such a good
defense on the-
offensive player. He outweighs it.
We are comparing Devin Vassell to Cam Thomas. We're not comparing Kyrie Irving to.
I'm not comparing
John
anybody.
Wall.
Cam Thomas is a few ranks below this. He's not even the next one.
I don't even think if we're gonna leave all these people out that I think are gonna have, because again, I'm not looking at what they did last season because
I'm looking at what I
nothing
think
to
they're
do
gonna do
with it.
next season.
Exactly.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
think
doing,
Devin
too.
Vassell's on the chopping block.
I think no. Keldon Johnson's the one that gets traded. I
think
guarantee they keep
both
him.
get traded. I
I
don't
gu-
think he sticks around.
Within the next 2 years. Devin Vassell stays on
2
the
years
team,
is perfect, 100%.
and Keldon Johnson gets
2
traded.
years is perfect.
I guarantee.
2 years is perfect.
I stamp that.
So
Keldon Johnson
2024, 25, and then 25, 26. One of those two.
He bought out
stays.
last year, though.
2027.
So 3 seasons.
Yeah. Traded, specifically traded. If he goes somewhere else, if that's a little different because he did sign an extension not too
Yeah,
long
so
ago.
you have to get traded.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Traded.
And it don't matter who requests it.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, if he decides he wants to get out of there, that still counts.
You should definitely make a clause there.
It's a trade. It's a trade.
All right,
But that
trade
one
is a
is. I am going to laugh at you because I knew I was right at that point. If he asks out, that means that the Spurs are just not for him. And they
Wait, hold on.
I'll so accept that you win, but I win in my head. And
All
that's
right,
all
he's
that
24 years old. He doesn't fit this timeline. He really doesn't.
Oh, absolutely, he does.
Bro, Wemby's 19. A 24-year-old does not fit this timeline. By the time Wemby's ready to win, Devin Vassell's not even a star player. He's not. It's not.
He's not there as a
He
star
does
player.
not
He's not
fit.
even paid like a star player.
Exactly. So they're going to use him as trade fodder to be able to improve this roster going forward.
Pop, you're talking about Pop like he's this coach that needs star players on his team. He never has.
I don't think he needs. No, I'm not saying.
He's the type of guy who gets players like this and develops them.
No, I don't think he does. In my opinion, he's trade fodder to get young guys to do what he does, not guys who are going to be older than the
Scroll
rest
down
of
a
the
little
bunch.
bit for me. I want to see one thing.
I think they go into free
What are their
agency.
projections for him next year?
I think they go into
Oh, I believe that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. 21 points. I think that's realistic
see points?
with his defense. I believe
see it.
this 100%. And this is what puts me over him because he's an average 4 less points than Cam, but he's going to be a more impactful player.
who
because of his
do you
defense.
have?
Shit, let me go look at my list. I had Reeves at number 8.
Reeves.
Yeah, Austin
Oh,
Reeves.
what's your point for Reeves?
My point for
You've
Reeves.
just been letting us argue our point.
No, I mean because we all have so different ones, and I just feel like if I just throw Reeves in there, so I throw like just.
Reeves is my 11. It's not crazy.
The reason I have Reeves, I mean, I think it's a big year for Reeves, whether he stays in LA or not. I think it's a big year. I think he has to average at least 17, 18 points. He has to be that third option, like cut clear third option, not like D'Angelo Russell here or there. He has to be the guy that makes it life easier for AD and LeBron. He does it at times. I just think it's very sporadic. So I just think I need a consistent season from him this year.
I don't know if I see him averaging 17. It's possible, but I think like
What is he?
just 17.
What are the projections? Where are the points at?
17.
So yeah, 17, 18. I think that's.
No, I definitely see him averaging 17. That's a pretty
He has to
pretty
step up.
regular number
But
for him.
that doesn't put him above the other people for me.
No, I agree with that as well.
Yeah.
I just think he has to have more efficiencies, and I think he can't have those times throughout the year where he kind of
He's not a 3-point shooter. I
It's
mean, he
not
does
about
shoot
being
3-point.
a 3-point shooter. It's about being, you know,
He's a pretty
He-
average 3-point shooter, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Knock him down.
He just goes missing throughout the year. Like they'll go missing, and then they're looking for a third option. Like during, you know,
Don't touch it.
he'll go missing throughout the year. So it's not really about him averaging 17. It's about him being consistently there the whole season and being like a legitimate third option.
I think
I wanna
your
ask you,
perception. I know our debate isn't about Austin Reeves, but we're gonna have to make it now because I think your perception of Austin Reeves is a little wrong. I don't think he goes missing at all. I think he is very consistently producing. On the contrary,
Darvin Ham made him go missing.
he starts slow. I will say that, but once he gets it going, he is averaging his numbers consistently.
Yeah,
throughout the
but that's not like kind of like Jalen Green. That's not like to like damn near half the season's gone.
season. No,
But that's a
not
coaching
true.
decision last year.
That's
That's
not
the
true.
issue with
No,
him.
it was
That's-
last year.
that's
Last
not
year
true,
he
though.
started off very, very, very. Bro, they were.
It wasn't half the season
He was
through,
on the
though.
trading block last year.
It wasn't half.
Austin Reeves will always be on the trading block because of his contract and his production. He will always be on the
No, but
trading
he
block
was-
because of that.
I mean, people don't trade people they want to keep.
No, but people
No,
trade
like,
very
like,
good
I mean, like,
assets.
yeah, I'm saying, but like if they wanted to keep him, this would never be a discussion.
He did have a bad start of the season.
He did.
It's because of Darvin
But
Ham.
the start did not last as long as he's making it.
No, it's less than 10 games. Darvin Ham
Thank
is...
you. Less
I
than
told
10
you this
games.
multiple times.
Exactly.
Darvin Ham is a
He
terrorist.
went times throughout the year where he wasn't the starter.
Because of Darvin Ham.
Because of Darvin Ham, not because he was not playing
Who was
well.
the coach who saw him play? Who decided that he shouldn't play?
Bro, I want to tell you this. Darvin Ham said it.
When
Cameron
did the
Reddish.
podcast decide that Darvin Ham makes good decisions?
I never said that.
Exactly.
He
Go
was
to the
there on a
lineup at this
day-to-day
time.
basis.
Go to the lineup. Click on the time. Whenever he played, like what, 20 points or 20 minutes a game. Go to that game. 27 minutes or 25 right there.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Go to that 25 minutes a game right there. The 25:56. Go to the left. Click on the date. Cameron Reddish starts this game over him.
If you
You gotta
remember
click
this,
on the time, the date.
Hmm?
Click on the date
Why do you want me to click on the date?
so you can see who started that game. Go down. Austin Reeves did start. I'm sorry. Cameron Reddish played
Yeah, you
24
can-
minutes.
You can see the starting here.
Oh yeah, my
Sorry.
bad. I wanted to see who played more minutes. Cameron Reddish played 24 minutes that
so
game.
how many games did he start and how many games did he not start? And then I'll shut up.
He's a six man.
No, he started more games than he came off the bench this year.
No, he
It
didn't.
is.
Did he? I think it's about even.
Regardless, I need him to start the
It's
whole year
close.
and be someone who's affecting
Oh yeah, you're right.
their club and making life easier for AD and LeBron. And I think he can do that next year. I think he can step it up next year. It's not about how bad he is or if he didn't play or not. I just don't want the Lakers to go into the trading deadline into, we need to find a third option. I
But
just
do you
think
think-
he needs to fill the role and live the role through.
And do you
think
think, he's
Austin
going to do
Reeves-
that?
I think he can.
But do you think Austin Reeves at 18 points a game, will go on the higher end, is better than like Anthony Simons, better than maybe Jalen Green, better than Bradley Beal, who still hasn't been
Half
ranked
those
yet?
guys are like on the bubble to not make the playoffs.
We're not talking about the playoffs. We're talking
Austin
about that
Reeves
player.
isn't carrying his team to the playoffs. He's playing with Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Neither of those guys.
If you put Anthony Simons in this situation, I think
my
he's
God.
doing better.
Neither of those guys. What I'm saying is, I just think he has to be way better than he was last year. That's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying, him at 18 points, do you think it's better than Bradley Beal, for example?
What is way? But do you realize Austin Reeves is a role player?
I realize that he's their third option, and that's the way they carry
He's
him
not.
as a third option.
D'Lo is.
D'Lo is the third option.
He averaged more points than D'Lo.
No, he did not. D'Lo averaged 18 points per game
D'Lo also shot more.
and attempted at least 15
Was
shots per
D'Lo
game.
really their third option?
Yeah.
Did they say that? Like,
If
it
you-
was that?
if
I
you
never
sh-
viewed it like
If
that.
you shoot more, how are you not the
Bro, he
larger
didn't even start every
option?
game.
I view literally.
He's
Austin
attempting 11.5 shots per game.
D'Lo was 14.
D'Angelo Russell, I wish I could do this faster. D'Angelo Russell is attempting 14 shots per game. How is he not the third option?
He averaged 18.
18 points per game.
All right. Well, obviously D'Angelo
They played
Russell.
the same amount of
This
minutes.
kind of plays into what I'm saying. He obviously they can't win with D'Angelo Russell being their third option. That's why I'm
Bro,
saying.
they lost against the Nuggets.
D'Angelo Russell, my point is, listen, I love Austin Reeves. I'm going to be honest. I love Austin Reeves. What he does is phenomenal.
He's an amazing asset.
The role he plays is
Do
phenomenal.
you think he could be a legitimate third option?
No. He's
I
not
don't.
supposed to be. He's
Wow.
not. That's not his
His
role.
contract doesn't even show you that he's a legitimate third option. His contract is someone who's a fourth or fifth.
He gets paid as much as TJ McCollum.
No.
He gets paid
no.
more.
He gets paid less than CJ McCollum.
You think so?
CJ McCollum gets over 20.
Oh, CJ McCollum. I'm sorry. I
Not
thought
CJ. I mean TJ McCollum. My bad.
TJ
TJ
McConnell. That's what I thought he was
McConnell.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Austin Reeves is slightly more impactful than TJ McConnell because TJ McConnell is strictly going to be a backup.
Wow. Yep.
He is
definitely-
always going to be a backup.
He's definitely a guy I'm ready to ship out. Then, if this is how we're going to talk about.
But
Austin
that's why
Reeves.
they have him on that contract. It's so great. Like everyone's going to love that contract if you need to trade him.
He's making
Bro,
17.
17 million is wild.
ship him out.
No, this is D'Lo.
This is D'Lo.
D'Lo's definitely
Because he's
making
made
it.
like 15 million.
Damn, D'Lo made 31 last year.
Yeah, he was great when he came from the Nets to the Warriors. Yeah, bro, 12 million is amazing.
Yeah, that's a very, 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 very.
That's such a tradable contract. You got a 16-5 guy.
Bro,
Who
this is such a user-friendly contract.
his next year is 12.9,
So
13.9.
you guys still
14.9.
don't think he should step up though? Like you guys don't think he should?
I would
be
love
called
him
the
to
third
step
option?
up.
Yeah, I would
I
love
just
if he
don't
does,
think
but
it's
that's
gonna
not.
happen.
Okay,
That's
so
not,
if the argument he's not a third option, okay, I'll decide to go ahead and give you guys that. But
either way, we still haven't even decided between Cam Thomas and Denver himself. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm just looking at production. Who's going to produce more as just a performer? I think Cam Thomas is going to look better. I don't think
I value
highly.
two ways.
I don't think highly of Cam Thomas, and I do value two-way
do I
players
have to
more.
be the one?
So Vassell is going to be. I'm cool with Vassell,
guys both-
even though I don't think he's the next option here. I don't even have him on my honorable mentions.
He's not even in my honorable. I'm gonna go with.
Do you have Cam Thomas on your list?
Yeah, he was number 15.
You guys don't like defense, bro.
No, I care for it. I just
4 points is not enough for me to
feel like
because they're going to shoot the same percentage. I think Devin Vassell is going to shoot better from the field, and Devin Vassell is going to be a much better defender.
My biggest thing here is I can accept that Cam Thomas should not be in the top 10. I just do not believe Vassell is the next best player.
You don't think Devin
I can
Vassell is going
agree
to eat
with
with
that, too.
CP3 on the team?
I don't think he's the next. I think he is going to eat. I don't think that puts him at top 10 shooting guard. I think I would still choose Bradley Beal. I would still choose C.J. McCollum, Anthony Simons, R.J. Barrett, and
Well, we already got
Jalen Green
on the list.
I know, but I'm just saying those are the names that from my original list I would have put them on there before I even considered Devin Vassell.
Why don't we
So-
put all three of our options on this one? Because I'm not coming to a consensus.
So my option is Cam Thomas. Your option is Vassell.
Vassell.
Do you want to be the tiebreaker, or are you going to stick with Austin Reeves?
well, since you guys destroyed and murdered my pick, poor Austin, I'm gonna just be the tiebreaker because there's no way we're gonna put three people on one spot. So
Why not?
I'm gonna give a value on why I think each is real quick, a summary.
Yeah, do for
I think
each.
Vassell being a two-way is very important, and I also think the Spurs are taking a leap next year. Again, we have them on the bubble to possibly make the playoffs. I do not see the
It's
Nets
more like playing. I'm not sure about playing.
playing. Regardless, we don't even have the
Top
Nets
10 in the West.
We don't even have. We have the Nets going to go ahead and being a top 5 pick for 2025 already, right?
I think
they own their pick.
I think they get the number 1 pick.
I don't think they own their pick.
No, they've passed that time already.
Hopefully, but regardless,
Either.
I'm gonna go, and you're gonna hate me now. I'm gonna go Vassell.
I agree with that.
Vassell it is. I know you do. What is this, number 8?
9.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because this is what it's at so far.
All right, so with our number 9 spot for top shooting guards in the NBA next season, it's going to go to Devin Vassell. Man, that's tough for me. I really don't. Oh God. All right, it's fine.
I will never forget you guys making me put Shea number 4.
Number 10. I mean, I understand everybody's thought process here now. So like, I mean, I got Miller, Thomas, Beal. I don't know, man. Pick your pick.
I got Beal here.
I got Clay at my.
I got Beal. I think
Jesus
Clay's going to play
Christ.
the forward, though, because he has to.
I got Clay, but Clay is because new destination, and I think he has some fire in him to play a little bit better this year. I didn't think his last season was the best season.
I'll accept Cam Thomas here. Cam or Beal.
Cam Thomas is my next best available player.
So Clay's not on your guys' list at all.
No,
He's not
'cause
even
he
on my
has to go
honorable
forward.
mentions.
Wow.
I also don't think he's better than anybody on this list.
Yeah, not this season
you guys
coming
don't
up.
predict him to have at least like 18 to 17 points this year.
No,
Yeah,
I do not.
I think 18 and 17 is realistic. I don't think that's better than
That's
15
that's
or
not enough to be
15 or
there.
16 for me.
18 points is pretty much like 4 threes. I think he can still add. Well, it's 6 threes to be exact.
But that's not because he's not the defender he used to be.
I'm saying the little
15 or
2
16.
layups that he'll get. You know what I'm saying? That's how he'll average the 18. But I just have him there just because new situation, new team. Also, it fits him.
He's never been on a team where shots weren't available, and Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving take a lot of shots.
A lot
I think they're
more.
going to
They hold the ball a lot.
only
They have
one of
to
them is a
defer.
good passer.
He's the second, arguably the third best shooter ever.
You don't have to
live.
defer because now you just have him on the court is all you need. That's enough gravity to where they have to stay on him.
He's
because
gonna
a shooter.
have to make open shots like PJ Washington and them did.
One thing
that's
that
the
I
thing,
feel
he
like
didn't hit
one thing
open
that I
shots
feel like
this year.
we're misunderstanding. Teams have to do a lot of things. Players have to do a lot of things. That doesn't mean they go into the season doing it.
True.
Like I don't think anything happened this offseason to make Luka Doncic believe he has to change.
Austin Reeves has to average 30 for them to beat the Nuggets. But is it going to happen? Never.
I do. I think Luka better go get in shape. That's one thing that I took away from the playoffs. He's not in shape. He can't defend.
I think his issue is he still has an anger issue. He still throws his tantrums all the time.
No, his issue is he cannot defend. He literally could not defend, and he was out of shape. Like
But defending, he puts up enough production to where, just like Jokic,
I think
he
we
gets
could.
away
I
with
think
it.
we could dial it into he's mentally weak, in my opinion. Mentally, he's not tough. Like
that's a tough take right there.
yeah, I think he's not mentally tough. But that's a conversation for another day.
In
You
a
know?
different way, in the sense like he's a dog, he's going to score, but he's not
Yeah.
mentally tough enough to know like this is not a time to fuck around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't understand how
Emotional
to.
thing. It's an
He doesn't know how to
emotional
clock in. That's his lock in. He doesn't know how to lock in. Like that's his
'Cause
problem.
he's gonna score on you. He's gonna drop 50, and he's gonna take all the shots. He's gonna hit the game winners, but like he's
Yeah,
gonna foul out
As
a lot.
the best player on the team, you cannot be left behind complaining to a ref. You just can't do that. As the best player on the team, that sets a bad
LeBron
precedent.
used to do that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players do, but either way,
This when you read it.
So I guess from a voting perspective, we're going to decide Cam Thomas is going to be our 10th best shooting guard for the 2024-25 season. To recap our list from our voting process, we have Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie Irving, Mikal Bridges, Desmond Bain, Tyler Hero, CJ McCollum, Devin Vassell, and Cam Thomas, with some honorable mentions like R.J. Barrett,
Bradley Beal on this list,
Anthony Simons, Bradley Beal, Jalen Green. A lot of great shooting guards, and we could definitely be wrong.
Minsky might even crack it in because Clay's gone.
A lot of these players may surprise us, so let us know in the comment sections who do you guys believe is going to be your top 10. And let us know which one of these players was the wildest take. Who do you think is way too high? Who is way too low?
Oh, God. As soon as you said Jalen Green, I got so happy.
Yeah, that was 4. That was crazy. That was insane.
I think he's going to have a good year. Jeez.
I think he's going to have a fantastic year, just not a top 10 year. Or top 6. I do have it like 11, 12.
Gotcha.
And then, all right, well, moving on. Now we got our fast break to cap off the day, and then we got a little challenge by Tyler after that, and then we're going to be done. But our fast break news with Nas, my favorite section of the day. We have a lot going on in the basketball world, so let's take a quick second here to pull it all up and see what's going on, some of the things that are off topic or out of the realm of what we've already discussed. We're going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to go with, let's start with Pat Beverly. So Pat Beverly had his overseas debut. I believe he's playing in Greece, I want to say. That's wrong.
I forget what team
too, but he's playing overseas. He is not in the NBA this year. He opted to go overseas and I believe get paid more in his perspective. I think he got like a 1 year, $4 million deal.
He didn't get paid more. He didn't, not in the offers that were given out. That's a crazy thing. But he did say that.
Oh, well, I don't know what happened then. But Pat Beverly did not have the best debut. Unfortunately, he had, 3 points, 6 assists, 4 turnovers, and shot 1 for 12 and 0 for 4 from the three-point line. So he did not have a good debut whatsoever. Very disappointing. Do you guys think he'll pick it up from here? Or do you think this is going to be his season?
Pat Beverly, bro.
Patrick Beverly was a dog in high school, and him playing in Israel, I think it's possible.
Yeah, I think he'll pick it up for sure. I think a lot of people underestimate how good these NBA players actually are. But, first game, probably was nervous and just...
Nervous?
Yeah.
Israel?
Yes.
There's a lot going on.
That is a big place to be nervous.
Besides everything that's going on.
I think you can't ignore it. Like, what do you mean?
I would not ignore it.
No, but either way, just in general, it's a new team. I think he'll pick it up, but we'll see.
All my homies hate Pat.
It's not like I'm going to sit here and keep up with it. You know
what
what I mean?
Was the shooting percentage again? First game?
1 for 12, 0 for 4 from 3.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Willie Cauley-Stein had some comments about drug addiction. He mentioned how he was addicted to some drugs, and he found out a little bit later towards his drug addiction tenure, whatever you want to call it, that apparently he was taking drugs that were laced with fentanyl.
Wow.
And that was a big wake-up call for him. He's in rehab now. I believe
he's
he checked
taking
himself
enough
in.
fentanyl to kill himself.
Yeah, he stated that he was taking enough fentanyl to potentially kill himself. And, I hear about those stories all the time. Kids, whether it's young people, older people, it doesn't matter. Age group, just in general, those stories come out. People taking fentanyl, whether it's on purpose or accidentally. And, that does end up in a lot of, tragedies and, a lot of lives lost. So, thank goodness for Willie Cauley-Stein. And, I hope this, what did I just say? He went to rehab. I hope this rehab process is good for him, and I hope he gets healthy and, he learns from this and, hopefully finds a spot somewhere, to play, whether it's overseas or G League or NBA. Hopefully it all works out for him.
Shout out Trill Will. Shout out Kentucky.
Man, the real Trill Will, you're right.
Yeah. He was not bad at all. He was even good on the Kings.
Next up, we got Giannis. Giannis had a quote-unquote secret wedding. Very difficult to consider something secret when it's been reported for like the past week. But it wasn't reported far in advance, so I think that's, they did a good job of keeping that within their family. A lot of NBA players attended, or a lot of just overall stars in the athletic world attended. Chris Middleton was actually the best man.
That's
which
crazy
is super
that
cool.
the Gnosis wasn't.
Huh? I mean, I'm sure.
I think even Giannis recognized that he's a bum.
Man,
Damn, that's crazy.
that is a crazy
But a lot of players attended. Off the top of my head, I remember Mbappe was on the list. LeBron was on the list. There was a couple others, but shout out to Giannis, man, and congratulations to Giannis and his wife for tying the knot, as they say.
Shout out to small market teams.
Yeah, shout out to small market teams. It's crazy.
Reproducing too.
Cooper Flag is next up on our list. Cooper Flag signed a deal with New Balance. This happened a couple of weeks ago, but we did not have a chance to go over it on our podcast. Cooper Flag, do you guys think he is the face of New Balance going forward?
Bro,
Eventually.
I like him on New Balance. Him, Cam Brink, Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey. I like New Balance right now.
Do you think he's the face of New Balance?
Not yet, but he will be. I think he will.
What do you think?
4 years. I think he's gonna hit his prime first, and then it goes from there. But who knows if he'll still even be with New Balances once he hits his prime?
Yeah, it's still quiet.
No, I
right
think
now
he
for me.
definitely will. Most players resign. Like it's very rare that you see players leave.
Even Kyrie re-signed through like all the controversy for a while until recently.
Yeah, it's players that didn't resign was like back in the day.
Joel
Nowadays,
beat the Skechers.
Kobe, Shaq, they all didn't resign with their first
back in the
year.
day, exactly. So with the money they're throwing
Shaq
at
did.
them.
Shaq did not resign.
Shaq stayed with Reebok.
Yes, Shaq's been with Reebok his whole life.
Kobe didn't though. Kobe
Shaq
went
is with
Adidas and
Reebok
Nike.
right now.
He's the
Oh.
president of it.
I thought he left Reeboks to wear his shoes.
He has ownership. He owns Reebok.
Those are his shoes, I thought. No, he created those shoes separately.
Okay.
He never
Okay.
wore those on the court.
Okay.
Nobody
Gotcha,
wore
gotcha.
So who do you
shoes.
guys think is the face of New Balance?
Kawhi still.
Kawhi.
Yeah.
And I think Cam is going to be. I think
agree.
it's Cam and Tyrese Maxey after that.
Tyrese Maxey. I forgot about Tyrese Maxey. That's actually a big
I
pickup.
think if Cooper Flag's hype pans out, I think Cooper Flag takes that role.
That's what I'm saying. I think he will be. I don't think right now he is. Obviously, he isn't.
Yeah, but I think he would have, if it pans out, he has priority over Cam and Tyrese Maxey, in my opinion.
I don't know. Cam is in a big market. She's in LA. I know it's WNBA, but she's in LA too.
Yeah, she's in. I mean, I get it, but like it is WNBA. Like I think they.
He tried to stop himself.
You could say I think
I think they'll favor the NBA player who has a lot of hype.
I think
over
Cameron
them.
Diaz V2 is going to be up there consistently.
Oh, okay.
She does.
She does kind of look like her a little bit.
Exactly.
She does kind of look like her.
Wow. Good. Look, that's the best take you had today.
I've had a lot of good.
But on with the fast break. The China tour that was recently set up with Sam Vincent, former NBA player, picked some players to go over there. He chose Roberto Suarez. The China tour unfortunately came to a short
Why?
end.
They had a fight.
There was as you guys can see on the screen or somewhere over here, there was a bit of a fight. Unfortunately, when it comes to these type of tours, foreign countries do not play about that kind of stuff whatsoever. The story is that there was a lot of fouling, a lot of physicality, a little bit out of the norm. But the reputation is these countries do favor, their hometown teams, and typically American teams
Rightfully
tend
so.
to go through a lot of physicality over there, a lot of no calls. It is historically a known thing, even at other leagues, whether it's just having one American player. But if you bring a whole American team, a lot of these referees, they are instructed to send a message. It is a very commonly known thing. So cool heads did not prevail.
We even do that in the U.S.
Yeah.
Whenever foreign-born players come over.
Yeah, for sure. But cool heads did not prevail. There was a bit of a fight, a very large altercation, and that resulted in that trip being cut short for the American team. The tournament itself is still going on, but the American team was unfortunately sent home. But
Escorted back to the house.
yes, shout out to them for that
USA.
opportunity, man. And I really do wish they would have kept their cool. It's difficult though. You know what I mean? It's whatever, but I really do wish they would have tried their best to just keep their cool and take advantage of this opportunity, because you never know. What if the day after was the day you were destined to meet a person that wanted to sign you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know. So, but I understand. If the physicality was what they say, I fully understand. And man, hopefully they get the same opportunity in the future.
Shout out China. No, shout out China. I take it back.
And then last but not least, not related to basketball, but since we are here in Central Florida, man, and we are just a few 30, maybe like 20, 30 minutes away from Lake Mary.
We love to cheer our community on. We love to cheer our community on.
Yeah, we love our community, man. So we want to shout out the Lake Mary Little League team for winning the Little League World Series, man.
That's dope.
Shout out to y'all. I think they're I think they're called the All Stars or something. I forget their names. I apologize.
They played like All Stars. I'll tell you what.
They're the best team in the world. The best Little League team in the world.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So shout out to Lake Mary for winning that, man. We should have shouted you out a couple weeks ago when you first won. We just didn't get a chance to add it to our segments, but here it is now. Shout out to Lake Mary for being the 2024 Little League World Series champions.
I have a question for you guys here and then everyone else at home. Lake Mary Little League team versus Chicago White Sox in a best of 7. How many games does the Little League team win?
I don't know anything about baseball.
4-0?
4-0.
Keep in mind, the White Sox are, unfortunately, White Sox fans are 31 and 109. So
What did the Little League team take?
4-0. I got the
4-0 Little League.
Yeah, Little League, best in the world.
4-0.
I got them.
Like Noah Lyles said,
I got them losing 3-4, but I think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna be realistic though.
You got them. You got them. What?
They win 3, but they lose 4. They lose the series.
Oh, you got them losing 3-4.
but
That's
they
crazy.
do take 3.
That's wild.
I'm keeping it realistic. I'm being honest.
That's wild. Damn, White Sox, y'all do it that bad? That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Tyler says he's
Little League, isn't that like middle school, or is that
We
like
haven't done good
Is
since-
that high school?
That's like
It's
elementary.
high school and under,
Oh,
or under high school.
Yeah.
oh my
We haven't done
goodness.
good since 2006, bro. When we won the championship, I'm sick.
God dang it, White Sox, y'all got to get it together, man. But shout out to the Little League
I know baseball
That's a
team
more.
Little League.
from Lake Mary. We got y'all winning. Me and Orlando got y'all winning
For sure.
in that 7-game series. Don't
I
let
think
Tyler
you
fool
can
y'all.
win. Absolutely, that's the unfortunate part. I
The
don't,
unfortunate
want it
part.
to be true because I'll have to end it.
Well, that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a winner.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was Hoop Talk, the podcast, episode 15. If you haven't already, I'm disappointed in you, but please redeem yourself by hitting that subscribe button.
Follow.
Comment below if you're still watching with a basketball emoji. Make sure you're sharing with all your friends and family. We need the support. We appreciate you guys for being here. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check up. Let's Hoop Talk next week.
Have a good night, y'all.
Shout out.